Are you getting some delay?
No, I think you're okay.
Check, check.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
I hear like ricochet.
Oh well, you're on speaker,
Yeah, yeah.
and so you're hearing me. It's not duplexing, good, but it's fine. But I can't hear you, which is the main thing.
Okay, okay.
So if I could hear you, or if there was feedback, it would be fine. But on my side, I'm duplexing it. But your side, you're on your speakerphone, so you're kind of hearing an echo-ish type thing.
Yeah, yes.
Yep. So that's fine. But let me see. And actually, I'll wait until Rick gets in before we try and adjust any of that.
Okay, okay.
And if it's getting on your nerves, tell me.
Well, when you're having a conversation and you have to wait for your stuff to go through.
Yep, it's the world of the internet, and I mean that's why I have these on, because if you have on a headset, the duplex isn't there. It'll just basically it's going to run. So if you have headsets you want to put on, you can do that too. Is it on a laptop or are you on a?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a laptop.
Because I know most laptops, I've had like 50 of them, but they'll have the same type jack for cell phones, and so they'll act like a cell phone mic if you have an external one for a cell phone, just the 1/8 inch. But otherwise, we're fine. If it bothers you, I'll see if I can take the echo out. But let me see. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Test, test. Okay, is that echoing?
Check. No, you fixed it.
I took the echo. I produce like a lot of video. Sometimes I'll produce it where it's just straight audio and music. I produce stuff for musicians and myself and other. I do internet radio, and so I have the stereo set, but now I've turned on the echo cancellation, so you should be good now.
Awesome, thank you. Much
No
better.
problem. And the only reason I put up the names when we do the show, we're not going to have the names up. I'll have it like this, and then normally when we come in, I'll orient the pictures also or the video also. It's going to be three in. You said there's one other person coming in, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so you two will be at the top, and then Rick will be at the bottom of the Brady Bunch screen.
Yeah, Donnie's messaging me right now. Should I go? You want me to go ahead and bring him in so we can see how this works?
Yeah, no, he's fine. He can come in. I'm coming in until Rick gets in, and we're fine.
I am already logged in and chatting with the producer. Mm-hmm. Period. If you want to just log in at about 10:55, comma, that will be perfect. Period.
And if he needs to get in quicker, it doesn't matter to me. I don't have to. I can put him in the back green room, video green room. And so if he wants to come in now, that's fine.
Go ahead and log in, and he will get you placed in the green room. Period. I'm sorry, what is your name again?
It's Kenneth Rose. I just go by K. Rose. K.
Right on. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. And let me bring in Donnie.
Hey, what's going on?
And when Rick comes in, this is how we'll be set up. And so you guys can adjust your cameras. I think you actually both are fine.
Yeah, I tried to get kind of centered up in there.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's symmetrical.
Yeah, because I will not have this shot most of the time because it's kind of goofy. Okay. So we'll be here, and I just sent. Let me see. I'm sending Rick a message now saying that you guys are here.
Good morning, my brother.
What's up, man?
This is it. Slacking on a Sunday.
That's it.
What's going on over there? You not having to do yard work today or anything?
Easy like Sunday morning today.
Right on, man. I like that. So, Kenneth, how long? I remember watching this before, and it seemed like everybody was standing there together in a studio or at Rick's house or something. How long has it been like, what we're doing now, like ever since COVID?
Yeah, see, I've been producing this way for like probably 6 years, but with different people. I do a podcast with the artist in London, and so I've been doing this for like 6 years and knowing how to do it. Rick and I started off at the Platinum Music Complex where we met, and we ran it because I had a studio there with a green screen.
Yeah.
So people would think it's this big cavernous studio.
Yeah.
But it was actually like about 15 by 8. And with the green screen, everything worked fine. The videos are sharper when we were live. And then, of course, COVID. And so instead of it like shutting down or just saying, okay, we can't do it, I already had this in place. So we just basically kicked off probably a week or so. I don't even know if we missed a week now that I think about it.
That's great.
We just came up and, there were some kinks to work out, and the internet and everyone being able to understand what to do this. That was the biggest hurdle.
Sure.
Because you guys came in today just like, boom. It's like, okay, you need this. You guys just connected. In the beginning, it was like, what? It was crazy.
Yeah.
And so, and then we were going to use Zoom. I use this other service called StreamYard. A couple of young guys from Canada created this 3 years ago, and everything's online like Zoom is, but it's cleaner, easier. And you see that live thing at the corner. We're not live for anyone to see us. That's just meaning that I'm recording it live.
Gotcha. Okay.
So all the outtakes and the pre-talk and all that.
Sure.
Nobody sees any of this. I mean, Rick and I will be doing this. Our 3rd anniversary is Cinco de Mayo here in a couple of weeks, May 5th.
Oh, wow. Big
that's
party.
cool, man.
So we've been doing this for a while, and good gosh, I probably got 3 or 4 times more video no one will ever see.
Right.
In my vault.
There's probably a pretty good bloopers reel somewhere around there.
Oh, I do the bloopers now. Don't get me wrong. If you guys if you do something blooper worthy, you will be on the bloopers. So
I love those. That takes me back to like the Carol Burnett show days, I mean, just some of the greatest. Tim Conway and Harvey Korman.
Yeah, I was a big Tim Conway fan.
Oh man. He is an icon, no doubt about it.
Because he's like, I have like a rolling top 5 TV characters.
Yes.
And I'm from old school world. I'm like 57, so I'm back in the days of like Barney and Jet.
I think you and Donnie are the same age.
Oh, hey,
And I mean, hey, obviously, I'm not far behind, so
you're just a little grayer than I am. That's
yeah, that's not fair. You're older than me and look younger than me. So how does
Yeah, you should see this spot right here.
Yeah,
nice and open.
Got that too, man.
So I'm not worried about that at all. And again, I don't. I'm just the kind like it's like. I know a lot of guys, they color their hair, which to me, I don't really care. It's no big deal. I'm gray. Hey, I'm going to be gray.
We are what we are.
Yeah. I mean, it's either way to me. It doesn't matter. I was joking with one of my sons. I've got a son graduating, and I was telling him, you're just going to come in one day and I'm going to dye everything black. And just,
retro dad.
Exactly. But again, I'm in the background. I've been hosting and doing internet radio for like 10 years now, and so I started being on camera because I had to. I had some people flake out on me, and I didn't go through the episode of dying and of hair and stuff. I was just like, hey, it's me. Now I'll cut it down. This is a lot, for me to have
Yeah,
my hair that long. But
looks great.
hey,
It looks great.
because I try and go. Usually, I keep it real close, but it's like, hey, it's Sunday. I'm out smoking some ribs now, and I'm going to cut my
Nice,
hair. And,
nice.
who are you guys? I don't need to cut my hair for you
Got the blue smoke rolling.
guys. Rolling. So,
When'd you start at like 3 a.m. like some of my friends do?
oh man, I see. I'm lazy. And
Yeah.
so I came up with the method. We've got a foodie, a ninja thing, one of those pots to cook stuff.
I want a ninja.
Hey, it's worth it. So I cook in my ninja first, then I smoke it until the meat gets
Whoa.
saturated with smoke,
Whoa.
and my process is faster. So
Wait,
Sure.
hold on. Wait, you said, wait, are we talking barbecue? Wait, I came in on the right conversation. I'm hungry. Hold on a second. Hold on. I didn't have breakfast yet. What kind
Me
of barbecue
either.
are we doing?
no, I was just telling them I'm doing some ribs today. So.
Oh, okay. What time can Amy and I come over?
Right.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I dropped off. I'm sorry,
Whoa,
Rick.
whoa.
Rick, I lost you. Rick, there's something
Party
going
at
on. I
Ken's
lost
house today.
you. Hey, Rick, I lost you. I can't
It's
hear
funny. He says the same thing every time he mutes me, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna mute Rick so his big mouth will be quiet." Like, wait a second. What the hell? Okay, we got to talk real quick about 5 minutes because I know I'm a drummer and I don't know how to count, but I'm looking at my clock going, and Mr. Rose is like, "Oh, they're already here." I'm like, "Whoa, hold on." Like I don't even I haven't had a shot. I didn't even grab a ding dong or anything. I literally grabbed my monster, and Amy's like, she's like, "How long do you have? You like 15 minutes to your show?" I'm like, "Oh no, Miss Rose texted me. I gotta go now." And she's like, do I get a kiss goodbye?
You're not going to the studio. Tell Amy you're just in the other room. I mean,
Oh,
hey.
wait. You let me live with my lie. This is my studio. I have to travel a long way. I had to battle wild beasts to get
7
here.
feet, possibly. And you guys notice you can't see me, and that's how I am when we are producing this. Rick, you need to center up, buddy.
Well, put it on just me. Give it on
You're
just
like,
me for a
But
second.
they're already ready. They're ready.
I put it on just me so I can center up.
I just wanted to tell you. So
Come
let me
on,
put your full
hook me
screen
up.
so you can do your thing here.
Hook me up. Oh,
There.
hold on.
That's very strategic to have the drum kit behind you like that. I like that.
It's a coincidence. I don't know what
Right.
you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, and while Rick is getting ready, you both are going to do video drops and audio drops. Okay. And basically, I'll leave. I don't know why I'm leaving his mic on, but I am. We'll start off with Mel. And Mel, what we'll do is I'm going to record the video drop first. It's who you are, who you're with, your band, anything else ad lib you want to do.
That sounds like therapy. Hi, I'm
Okay.
Rick.
Oh, here he goes. and then you say, and you are watching. What
Concert Connection.
Oh my God!
See, I blanked out. He got it. And you're watching the Concert Connection.
I'm sorry. We just started this show last week. We haven't.
Yeah, no, we're not really experienced in doing this. Okay, Mel. I'm gonna turn off everyone's mic except yours. And then you basically just who you are, what your band is, and you are watching the Concert Connection. Okay?
All right.
You can hit it.
This is Mel Biddick, drums and vocals for Desperado Eagles Tribute, and you're watching Concert Connection.
Can you give me the Concert Connection?
Yeah. Here, let me take 2. This is Mel Biddick with take 3. This is Mel Biddick, drums and vocals with Desperado Eagles Tribute, and you're watching The Concert Connection.
Lovely, lovely. I like the eye inflection also. I love that. Okay, and then the last one is just the audio drop for the podcast, and at the end you say, "And you're listening to the Concert Connection podcast."
So just say the same thing and except listening. Go to listening.
Yeah, listening to the Concert Connection podcast.
Okay.
All right.
This is Mel Biddick, drums and vocals for Desperado Eagles Tribute, and you're listening to The Concert Connection
Podcast.
This is Mel Biddick, drums and vocals for Desperado Eagles Tribute, and you're listening to The Concert Connection podcast.
Beautiful, beautiful. Donnie, you ready?
I'm gonna have a hard time following that.
Oh, same thing at the beginning. The Concert Connection. You're watching The Concert Connection.
This is Donnie Hart from. This is Donnie Hart from Desperado Eagles Tribute, and you're watching The Concert Connection.
Good. See that? See, they're just laughing in the background, and you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Okay, and the last one is you're listening to The Concert Connection podcast. Here we go.
Hi, this is Donnie Hart from Desperado Eagles Tribute, and you're listening to The Concert Connection podcast.
All right, and for all those that laughed, he got the second one right on. No issues, no drama.
Okay, one thing you have to know about Mr. Rose is he tells a lot of lies. Nobody was laughing.
Oh,
I was going to say,
I had to bring the camera up for that one.
that's why Donnie's in the front and I'm in the back, because he gets stuff like first takes like that.
I am just on the microphone by default.
Wait. Okay, hold on. You said because he gets it right the first time. As drummers, we have no choice but to get it right. There's no like punch in, punch out. Let's overlay.
No, as drummers, they just don't have a choice. They have to follow us whether we did it right or not.
Thank you very much. That's exactly what.
So you're saying deny.
Hey, blame
always
it,
the player's fault.
blame it on the bass player, right? That's what we do.
Wait, are there any bass players here? Yeah, it's
No.
always the bass player's fault.
Let me take myself out of the screen so I won't be implicated in
Hey,
any.
and my next interview after I get done with y'all, I'm actually doing Carlos. So if you guys would please don't say anything till after the interview, because I'd really like to have a good experience with him.
I'm recording this, and
Great
I
guy.
will replay it for him. Thank you.
Great guy.
Oh,
Hey.
hold on, Mr. Rose. There's no play it for him crap.
Rick, we're at 1923. You want to start at 20, or do you want a little more time?
Probably give me 21.
Okay, we're good. And I'll bring you up. Just tell me when you're ready. I'll bring you up full screen.
So, little pre-show. Guys, I'm excited about this one, and we're going to talk about a couple different reasons why. I want to talk obviously about we're going to talk about doing Eagles tribute. Okay, that's a given. I do want to dip into Hotel California, and when I say that, you got everybody kind of knows I'm in love with going down to Cabo, and Todos Santos is about an hour and a half north of Cabo, and they actually have Hotel California there. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I want to talk about it. Oh,
No,
I'll
I
give you
didn't
the
know
whole
that.
story. I'll give you the story on
Awesome.
camera. And the other thing I want to talk to you about the tribute scene and some of the pushback and that I'm reading about, I'm hearing about from artists and tributes and I had somebody in the local scene reach out that wants to come on my show to debunk or denounce, I should say, tributes because they don't feel tributes should be. And I was like, no.
Wow.
Okay. I interviewed, I don't know if you saw it. I interviewed Eric Eldinas, Billy Idol's drummer, about a month back or so. And he and I become friends. And now we text back and forth. I've got tickets. I'm going to Vegas to see him, see Billy Idol in October. And Eric's like, oh, I can't wait to get together with you and your wife. Like, friendship has been formed when you've got an actual artist that likes the fact that you're tributing them. Why do local artists, we're going to talk about it. I want some insight, and I want to just talk about families and see how you guys are doing. Any vacations, and just me being dumbass me.
Cool.
Right there with you, brother.
And maybe we'll talk about Mr. Rose's barbecue if he'll
Oh,
share any.
yeah.
That's just stingy.
Yeah.
Oh, he had to pop in again. I must have hit a nerve. Wow.
He's going to pop in at the end with a rib in his mouth.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Really,
dangle
Donnie?
the rib like a carrot in
kidding
front
me?
of us.
That is just wrong. Why would you say that to that man? Because he's going to do exactly that kind of crap to me. He'll have
Great
a rib
minds,
and
great
a ding
minds.
dong. He'll have a rib and a ding dong, and I don't have either. And I'll be like that Rottweiler going, I see you have a sandwich and I have none. Yeah.
Inching ever closer. Like,
Oh, dude.
yeah, so it's like,
I see you in there.
great.
And I did mention to you about bloopers. You'll
about-
see that one shot you just saw with Rick again.
Yes.
Mr. Rose, is there no sanctity here?
Excellent.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're in a safe space.
Disregard the counter in the top corner. Even though we're recording live, this is a closed loop. We record because he's in the remote studio. We're all remote. We will record it. We take it back in the studio. He does his editing magic. There's no magic up my sleeves because half the time I don't have sleeves. So
Right.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing anyhow. The fact that I even make it on camera is freaking incredible. So I use that as a counter just to kind of gauge where we are. Interview, once I start yapping, I mean, like for real yapping, we'll run probably 30 minutes of 35 minutes of interview, 5 minutes of outro. And then I'll cut you guys loose and say, thank you so much. Please call your therapist. Don't send me the bill.
What are you talking about? This is therapy
Right.
Wait, for who? For who? Hold
for
on.
all of us.
There's no leather couch in here. My therapy in my mind is a whole different thing. Mine's more like oh my God, what was the one with Adam Sandler where he's the golfer? Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore. You know where he's on the couch and the blonde in the lingerie comes up with beer and he's sitting on that's my therapy. I think. Did I say that out loud? Holy shit. Oh, let me do my drop and let's dive into the nightmare.
Shall we?
Come into my humble abode. Oh, here we go. And Mr. Rose, mark it at 24. Hello, rock stars. It's Rick with Concert Connection. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for tuning in again. Yes, I have been out and about. Yes, I've gotten my first COVID shot. I'm waiting on number 2. I didn't grow a third head or an extra eyeball or even a brain, but that's okay because here I am. And this week, I've got Mel and Donnie from Desperado on the show. How are you guys?
Great, man. Great to be here.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry you had to get up early in the morning and tolerate me. It's okay. You could go back into the closet and shake and be like, please don't ever make me do that again, ever. Oh, you guys look like you're doing wonderful, man. You guys look healthy.
Absolutely.
you.
I've had both of my COVID shots, and so far the third eyeball is working out great for me.
I watched The Simpsons. I was kind of hoping for one. Like I'd take an eye in the back of my head just because, I'm all, I wouldn't have to be so sketchy all the time.
Should get a tattoo. Get a tattoo of an eye back there.
Oh my God. No, if I was going to grow it, no, I'm not going to go. I was going to say if I was going to grow another appendage, but no, I'll leave that one alone because everyone's like, really, Rick? You went there? I'm like, I mean, if this is like Legos and we're building stuff, like, okay, sure, let's just start acting. Yeah, no. That's why I'm asked to leave the sandbox and quit playing with the other kids. I think. Oh my Lord. So the families, guys, families are doing good. Everybody's like, nobody got sick really. Became a serial killer. Anything like that?
No. Few in the family got COVID, but not bad cases, fortunately, and now everybody's fine.
Good.
Everybody's great.
You freaked me out when you guys got quiet when I asked about serial killer. Like, wait, Was I not supposed to ask that question?
I was thinking, what did I leave behind me back here?
Yeah. Hey, you might want to put the chainsaw away. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You know,
you can.
it's-
Oh, you can see that.
you're
Hold
like,
on.
oh, we were having brie and crackers last night. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave the chainsaw out.
Well, that's some old brie.
Oh my god. Yes, it's authentic. I'm just saying. Oh my god. So through this whole thing, let's talk about the band. You guys, Desperado. We are tributing the Eagles. Did you guys take some time this past year? I know you guys still played some shows, correct? You guys still got out.
Yeah, we were really lucky.
You guys were not one of the bands that just said, we're done. We're going to sit on the bench. And the reason I know this is because I didn't sit on the bench either. We were out there still playing shows.
Yeah.
And did you guys, okay, let's talk about, God, there's so many questions that are popping in my head. I'm seeing squirrels everywhere. Let's focus. What was the biggest hurdle through COVID pandemic that you guys had to overcome, or maybe didn't even have to overcome? We're like, oh, challenge accepted and nice outcome. What did you guys, as a band and as a band business, did you guys, who wants to take this one?
I'll take it. We had, I think, a record number of dates on our calendar. This band has been together since 2017, and so 2020 was shaping up to be, the best year for the band in it. In the few years that we've been together, and so we had a huge calendar. And of course, as soon as COVID hit, it was daily, getting phone calls and emails, shows being canceled. So, it wasn't unheard of to get 2 to 3 shows canceled per day.
Yeah.
But we were still blessed enough to end up with, I think we played 14 shows in 2020. And
nice.
All thanks to Ian with Lava, doing the live stream events that he did. That was a real learning experience for us. I said I likened it to playing live in the recording studio with 10,000 viewers watching you. I mean, hey, no pressure, right?
Wait, you get 10,000 people to watch you record?
That's what I saw at some point.
Wow. I'm lucky.
There were others that had 40,000, but we were happy to have 10,000. So we were happy to have 10.
I was just going to say, I would be happy if the engineer would just look at me while I'm recording. Good Lord.
Yeah, exactly. So that was with that, that can kind of suck the morale out of the band when dates are just dropping like that. But we Desperado's always been a real family environment. We are family. We're brothers. We don't fight. We don't argue.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm going to call BS on that one, because even the best families squabble.
I don't recall us ever having a squabble.
Nope.
You guys suck. I hate you now. Oh,
We do.
We leave that to the real band that we're tributing. They've got all that going on. We don't,
Really? So now if they're watching the show, I'm going to get hate mail from them to actually send me hate mail. I'd love to talk to you.
Yeah.
Just the fact that we're mentioning their name will get you some correspondence from their lawyers.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me tell you, then I hope their lawyers have chapstick, because they can kiss my happy backside. I really don't care. I mean, really.
Good man.
Honestly, it's man, I have talked to, and that's a whole nother Pandora's rabbit hole we can go down. I have talked to a lot of the actual like national artists, and some of them don't really like it. Sorry. Others absolutely embrace it. And I always bring up the fact that, look at, and this is a biggie, Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
He's got Chevy Metal, which is a cover band.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Green Day, everybody knows I'm the drummer for Basket Case. I do Green Day.
You are.
We actually, if you go look, Green Day has a cover band. Green Day goes out and performs as the Cover Ups.
That's
this
cool.
is an international band that has a cover band that they go play shows doing nothing but cover. Really, I've not seen a single band on stage that didn't throw down some covers during their set. I mean, every band ever has played covers. So the few bands that do have a problem with it, I'm always like, really? You're telling me there's not a single you've never, ever played a cover on stage?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. I can't think of what song it is, but I believe that the Eagles actually did a cover of something. Donnie, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but
doesn't matter because there's people Googling right now as we're talking.
Right.
Probably. Yeah.
Please
So
send
yeah,
us a message. We're okay with it.
I mean, to your point though, I mean, and one of my all-time favorite bands, Van Halen. Look at all the covers they did.
Holy cow, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all the covers they've done. And
Sure.
wow.
Yeah. So to do a tribute thing, I mean, I just don't get why it ruffles feathers with any of the actual artists, you know?
Now, Donnie, you've done originals too, correct? Not just covers. Okay. Are you currently?
I am not currently.
And this isn't a.
I'm so fortunate that Desperado is keeping me so busy that there's no time for other stuff right now.
But you have done originals. Like we've all done originals.
I have. Last band was the Alan Fox band. Put out an album called Cold Black Sky in 2016.
Okay, awesome. So if somebody came up to you and said, "Oh, we want to cover a song," would you have a cow?
No, I think it was fantastic. I'd help them record it.
Wow. See, wow. That's exactly right. And I don't know. I just think that this whole, and I hear a lot of it, and I know other bands do too, this whole originals versus tributes, and it's all BS because I have yet to meet a tribute artist or a cover band artist that has not done originals. Right. And again, I'm like, really? We're playing music. Nickelback, which everyone loves to hate Nickelback.
I love them.
I love Nickelback.
I think they're great.
If I understand the story right, they started out as a cover band, hence learning how to write music. And wow, what do you know? They've got more platinum songs than most people can even look on their phone because most people don't have a platinum album or song. Or so it's like, really, you want to be a hater because they learned how to write? Shut up. I mean, you can tell I'm getting old and crabby because I'm like telling everybody what I really want to say. So I'm completely different. But I mean,
that's one of the fine points of getting to our age is that we'll just tell it like it is.
Oh, you mean the ripe old age of 27?
Yeah.
Says the monkey over my shoulder.
Right. I just noticed him.
Do you notice a pineapple? Somebody just gave me a pineapple too. And I'm like,
that's cool.
You know, that means I'm a swinger. They're like, oh, really? I'm like, wait a second. So I figure I just throw the pineapple in his lap and we'll see. Yeah, somebody's going to message me. I don't care. So, okay, now let's dive into the other question that really probably why the Eagles? Of all the bands you could tribute, why the Eagles?
Donnie, take that.
Okay, I'm going to go out on the limb that we're just masochists for wanting to learn minute parts of songs that have 19 twists in them and harmony changes, and you have to have 6 guys that can sing in a band, and it's nuts. I don't recommend it, but here we are.
No, but there is a wicked amount of talent and musicianship required. So for you to take on the Eagles, first of all, kudos, okay?
Thanks.
Because they are very talented and they are iconic songs.
Yes.
They are iconic songs that we've all grown up on. I mean, Hotel California, not to be cliche, but that is everybody knows. Eagles, I'm sorry. We all grew up on that song.
That's the song.
And for you to tackle that though, and I hear the rumors on the backside, and we'll stay away from it unless you want to talk about it. But the backlash you get from artists overdoing this music, it's again, I can't go see the Eagles every week, which I wouldn't want to go see them every week. But what I'm getting is they're not on tour coming through town once a month, once a quarter, once a year. I mean, when's the last time they came through town?
When's the last time they charged less than $200 a ticket?
Wait, was that for general admission in the pit? Because I remember those being $5 tickets way back when, in my old age.
Yeah, back in those days. I don't think they have a pit anymore. Everybody
Yes,
has
they
a
do.
pit now.
Well, wait a second. They do have a pit, but you're going to pay like $1,000 a person to be in the pit.
Oh,
as
yeah.
opposed to when we were kids, and I talk about it, everybody knows, that's why I came up with In the Pit with Rick, because all me and my friends, we hung out in the pit because all we could afford were general admission, crappy, cheap $5 tickets to go see bands. So we're like, we'll go hang out in the pit, which ended up back then, we didn't realize it. These were the best seats in the house, best position in the house. It's like,
Yeah.
why would you not want to be in
Yeah.
the pit? But yeah, it's of all the bands you guys could have picked, you picked one of probably the most difficult and room for error because everyone knows this stuff. It's so iconic. Like, has it ever like even a blink in your head, like, what the hell are we doing here? Or were you just like
all
no.
the time? All the time.
Oh my God.
I mean, Donnie and I used to do an acoustic thing back in like 2012, and we did a couple of Eagles songs. We did Seven Bridges Road, and I can't remember the other one, but people would always come up and say like, yeah, Peaceful. That's what it was. People would come up and compliment us on the Eagles and ask for more. And we thought,
nice.
we do sound pretty good doing the Eagles stuff. Maybe we should put a tribute together. And it wasn't until, we picked like the first 6 songs we were going to learn and got into a rehearsal room that's when we went, oh my God, what have we done? I mean, that's when it became so apparent the huge cookie we had tried to bite off here, So, that's how it kind of came about.
I remember the first time I saw you guys. It was at the Revel. And I think I've seen you 3 or 4 times now, but I saw you at the Revel up in Frisco.
Yeah.
And you guys, we were just about to go on stage. I walked in, I kind of said hi. Me and my wife grabbed a drink. We kind of hung back, and I'm like, and Amy goes, "What are they?" I said, "They're an Eagles tribute. We both like the Eagles." She goes, "I hope they're good." You guys lied. I mean, and again, we've seen a lot of bands, and some of
that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, I hope this band isn't terrible.
And both of us, you guys launched, and both of us were like, wow. I mean, we were thoroughly impressed. Really entertaining, very engaging. And again, you can't help but be a part of it because it's in our blood. We all grew up on the Eagles. You guys do such a phenomenal job paying tribute to the band. Truly. I'm glad that you guys are part of the scene.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do you find it's difficult to pair with other bands, or is it just never been an issue? Like, we pair with everybody great.
There's some bands that we don't pair very well with. The Eagles are not like a good pair with Judas Priest bands or
Really?
Black Sabbath or.
Oh, I was thinking like Slayer and
well, or Slayer.
Oh my God. I'm kidding.
Who have we've played with? Fleetwood Mac tribute, and I think we played with the Leonard Skinner tribute once. We've done a couple of shows with Infinite Journey over the years. We did one with Back in Black a year or 2 ago.
Another great one, great pairing. Have you guys done one with have you played with Even It Up, the Heart tribute?
Yes, we
There's
did
another great pairing.
Yeah, that was a great pairing. We love playing with those guys. Love everybody in that band, So another great tribute band.
You know what's funny is as you're rattling off these names, these are all people that we all know. And I'm like, oh my God, I know everybody in all these bands.
It's a tight-knit circle. It really is.
I was just out recently and I saw Wild Boys, Duran Duran tribute, and Blaze of Glory had opened for them, the Bon Jovi tribute. And I'm thinking, I don't know if you've already played with them, but I'm like, there's another great pairing. Eagles, Bon Jovi, there would be another great one to put on stage.
We did. We did that.
Okay.
We did that in Victoria, Texas. 2 years ago?
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, and it was great. It was great. We went on before them, and we had a blast checking them out after we played.
Was that one of those outdoor festival kind of things?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Straight up, I would have been your roadie for that one, Mel. Just because no. First of all, I'm a drummer. I make a great roadie for other drummers
Yeah.
because I know what really needs to go on to be ready to go on stage. Second of all,
Sure.
as soon as we're done with the gear, that would have been an outdoor, we're drinking beer festival. I'm just saying. I would have been like working on my
It
tan.
went down.
That happened. That actually, that definitely happened.
Wow. So you know what? And I am excited. You guys are a summertime band. Like, and you're gonna go, Rick, why don't you check your facts? Have you guys done the Thursday night out at Rockwall on the lake?
Oh, there's a story. Yeah, we did that.
Wait. Did I hit a nerve? And the only reason I say
Oh,
that is
no.
because it's a free show. For those of you that don't know, Rockwall Parks and Recreation puts on every summer, all summer long. It's like, what, 2.5 months? I think it's like 10 or 12 dates that they put together. And they have every Thursday night, they have live bands on their outdoor. I guess it's an amphitheater. I think it's just the lawn with a concrete pad.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But you could pull your boat up to the dock or whatnot, or you could take your lawn chairs and your cooler full of adult beverages and maybe sippy cups and go sit on the lawn. And you guys are laughing. I promise you, I'm that heathen that's like smuggling stuff. Anyhow, as I
So are we.
But you go. This is a free outdoor show that they play, and they bring in bands. I know Blaze of Glory's been out there, Even It Up's been out there. There's oh my god, the list is so long. And it's a great time. You guys are the perfect fit for that because the family can come out and bring the kids and educate the next generation about some phenomenal music. And you always see the kids up shaking their rump, and you're like, I love the little kids.
Yeah, that's the best, isn't it?
I want to hear the story though about.
No dirt really, other than
Okay, forget it. Forget it. We're done.
It spawned an awesome Facebook cover photo that I know Donnie used for a while. I think our keyboardist Dave, I think he used it too. But it was an aerial drone shot from probably 3/4 of the way through our set when we played Rockwall Harbor, and the number of people in boats is incredible. That's got to be in one of the top 3 largest crowds we've ever played for.
Wow, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Wow, because
so yeah, I mean it was a blast, and we would love to do that one again sometime because it was incredible.
Hello, Rockwall Parks and Recreation. We'd like to submit a request for Desperado.
Yeah,
we are formally petitioning. Oh wait, you know what? I should be petitioning for my bands too. I've never played out there, but I have seen a zillion bands on that stage. Again, because I'm over here on the east side of town. I'm in Rowlett, so that's like a hop, skip, and a beer away. And I can be out there on the.
you're right down the road from me. I'm in Wiley, so
yeah. You and I are actually. What's funny is you and I are really, really close together. That's a phenomenal venue. Next time you guys do get on that gig, that's one that I'll come. Like you need a roadie so I can get a backstage pass, but I will come hang out just so I can drink beer and you can be like. Can security please escort the guy with the mohawk?
Awesome.
So I made mention early on as we started to talk, and you guys kind of both were like, what? Everybody knows that I'm a little vacation junkie. I like to work on my tan. I like to get out of here, go put my butt in the sand and a beer in my hand. And I'm typically, I've just recently discovered the Virgin Islands, but typically I go down to Cabo San Lucas. It's where I went for my honeymoon with my wife 20 something years ago. And we go back regularly. I am in love with Cabo. Whenever I'm in Cabo, I gotta go. And I know that's not proper English. Gotta go to Cabo Wabo. Gotta get some Waboritas. Now the food has gone downhill since Sammy owned it. Okay. It's just not as good as it was. Still love the Waboritas. Still always get drunk and stumble through the market and buy crap that I don't really need. Yep. I'm just saying, I've got plenty of sombreros, and I'm good.
You do the Cabo Wabo.
Oh, trust me, I wobbled everywhere. I might have ended up in Squidward Row upside down. I probably ended up. I know for a fact I had the munchies over at the Cabo Cantina. And by the way, their fish tacos are phenomenal. So we're there, and we're talking to some expats, and they go, oh, you're a musician. Have you been to Hotel California? I'm like, That's California. They're like, they go, oh no, dear boy. That is actually, it's an hour and a half north of here. I go, wait, the Hotel California? The Hotel California. And it's yet to be decided if there's any affiliation with the Eagles or not, but it's Hotel California. You can stay there. It's in Todos Santos, hour and a half north of Cabo on the west coast of the peninsula there. You can actually stay there overnight. I'm going to be down there later this summer. And I told my wife, I'm like, let's just, even though we're using timeshare, we're staying for free. I'm like, I want to go up there. I got to go to Cabo Wabo, but I want to go to Hotel California just to get a damn t-shirt that, and stay one night to say, I stayed in Hotel California. I didn't know if you guys knew about that or not.
No, but you just inspired me to like, I'm thinking we should just fly the band out there and do our next photo shoot, like on location there. And then we'll stay for a week, you know?
Holy crap.
Sounds terrible.
No, get the band down to Cabo and just go spend one day up there. Because really, you want to be in Cabo. Anyhow, that's, I mean, Cabo San Luis is where it's at.
Yeah.
But go up there. Oh my, if you guys do that, let me know so my wife and I can book our vacation. We just want to come up and watch the photo shoot. I mean, I won't say a word till it's done, but I want to come watch the photo shoot with the band. Like, holy crap. Seriously. That's not why I told you.
That's pretty grandiose, but I mean, you know, it's a great idea.
Oh my God. I just got so happy I kicked the tripod like, oh. Mr. Rose is going to be like, why is Rick out of control today? And his screen's shaking. Sorry, people. But no, I'm glad I could share that with you because it's. I think all of us, you learn about music and music history from each other and all the musicians that we meet and fans along the way that educate us about things. And again, this is a love. I mean, this is in your blood. What's the longest you guys have taken off individually from music, or have you just been nonstop your whole career?
I've actually taken a 6-year break from music and thought that I had given it up. It didn't work like that. I'm a junkie. I can't crawl back.
How about you?
Go ahead, Donnie. Sorry.
No,
really similar for me. I took 8 years off as well, back from like the late 90s, early 2000s up until about 2008 or so. And I didn't even own a drum kit for years and years. And like Donnie said, right?
Shame on you.
Like Donnie said, I was like, I'm done. I'm never going to do this again. And it was always in me, you know, so the pull was always there.
I retired for 12 years. I got out in 2004 when I moved to Dallas from Seattle, and I walked away from the Seattle scene. And I thought I was done. And then I got back in, and it has been, I regret the 12 years I walked away, never got rid. I always had my 65 Ludwigs and these Pearl Exports you see over my shoulder. I'm up to like 5 or 6. It's the wife listening. 5 or 6 drum sets. And I gotta be quiet. She sees all the gear and she's like, is that still those 2 drum sets? Oh yeah, that's both of them.
Yeah.
But I always knew I would get back into music at some point, and it is an addiction. Now I will tell you, getting into the tribute scene, I was always an original guy in Seattle. Never did covers, never did the tribute thing. I'm having more fun now doing the covers and tributes than I had a blast doing the record deals and going on the road touring. But this is a hoot. I mean, everybody knows every song. Like when I see you guys play, everybody's up, they dance and they're singing every song because they know them, like in their soul.
You can't help yourself.
How many idiots go play Freebird?
There's those.
You're like, who said that?
There's also Play Slayer. Play some Slayer.
We're gonna get right on that for you. That you read our mind. You knew exactly where we were going. Oh my Lord. So I'm not gonna ask what your favorite venue is, because honestly, guys, you don't want to make any of the venues mad. But again, you got to be political here.
Sure.
We have some phenomenal. Would you say that we're very blessed, though? I mean, with the amount of venues that we have to play
Yes.
as tributes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you leave DFW and you go to, because we're traveling to, Houston, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, and you guys are going a little bit further, I think.
I was going to say, speak for yourself. We're not going to any of those places. Can you hook us up?
Oh, really? Wait, Mr. Rose, I need you to delete that part of the conversation.
Yeah.
I thought everybody was doing that. Oops. I thought I was the only kid that just got into it. Like,
Good
I thought
for
everybody
you.
was showing.
Good for
Absolutely.
you.
We'll have to share some venue
Yeah.
contacts for you guys, because
Absolutely.
what I was going to ask is, do you find the reception outside of DFW to be like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, loving you.
Yeah.
The smaller the town is, the more they love the Eagles.
I
We
can see
have had great response in Abilene, and Wichita Falls loves us.
Iron Horse?
Iron
Yes.
Horse. Yep.
So you guys do travel. You lied to me.
Well, we're just not going quite as far as you're going, but
It's not because of me. It's they're trying to get away from me, and I just follow the band.
Well, like Donnie said, Wichita Falls in particular, just they fell hard for us the first time we were ever there, and by now, I mean we've just locked down our 4th of July show, which is going to be put on by, I think, the city of Wichita Falls and Shepherd Air Force Base.
Okay.
So that's going to be a big, huge deal there on July 4th. But if not for the Iron Horse, that wouldn't happen, So we love that place.
Are they back open, or are they still shut down? Or are
they are open, and Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we played there a month or so ago, and I think they were at 80% capacity. I think by now they're probably 100% by now.
I'll need to bug you for a contact. I need to take my my Green Day boys up there and go throw down for them, because I played there with Sedated years ago, and what a phenomenal turnout for the bands that are watching. Wichita Falls, holy cow, cow! They are hungry.
They love it. They love live music there for sure.
Yeah.
I was just up in Oklahoma City recently with Rebel Yell, and again, they ate it up. And wow, hungry. Another one is Tulsa. You go up to Tulsa, holy cow, they love it. Like they come out and you're playing a packed room to people that you've never even been in town before, and you're like, how did you know we were here? Because they promoted.
What's the name of the place you just played there in OKC?
40 West.
Okay. Yeah, I played there once, like years and years ago.
Yeah, we'll trade info, because there's some great ones. There's some great hidden gems locally, like the Island Bar up at Lake Texoma. I don't know if you played there. Holy cow, there's another great one.
Is that also called Bar Bay?
No.
Okay,
don't worry. I don't know.
We're at Bar Bay at Lake Texoma sometime coming up.
June 26th.
Thank you.
We'll swap some contacts. I got to help you guys get out there and play some more gigs. Not that you need my help, but you guys definitely putting your product on stage. Again, it's one of those where I can even sit down and I got ADD, and I'll sit down and drink a beer and be like,
well, you said not that we need your help, but that's not true. We're all brothers in this, and whatever we can ever do to help each other, we're all about that. So.
I think that's how it has to be. We're all supposed to help each other. And I kind of got scolded because recently I did one of my concert calendars, which is another show I do, 5 minutes, where I announce bands, right? And I called all the bands out for being lazy. And I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and the amount of messages, and you'll see the amount of messages I got, like, we're not lazy, we're promoting.
You are grumpy for a 27-year-old.
Oh, totally. Because I haven't had my coffee. And the funny thing is, they all messaged me and said, we're not, and like one or two of them actually sent a link. The rest, they could get off their backsides to message me that they're not lazy, but not one of them sent me any information on shows. And I'm like, Would you like me to point out the irony here, or should I just let this one go?
Yeah, yeah.
And I did it because I truly want to help. I want to promote, and I ask people all the time, you want to come on the show? Some people can't, but those that can't, like, come, please. I'm ecstatic because Mel, you and I've talked about this for a long time. I've been dying to have you on the show. Let's BS and do this because people come see you guys play whatever stage, but how many of them get to just like sit with you and listen to you yap? And that's kind of what this is. It's just let people. and if
Not many.
if you guys lose viewership because you came on my show, and they're like, "Oh no, you guys are more screwed up than we ever imagined." We're out. I'm
That might
sorry.
require some therapy.
Yeah.
You know, I could come out to one of your shows, announce you, do this, and then they'll all send their therapists start coming to the show. Go, why are my clients so screwed up? That's because they had that idiot.
No, I'd
Oh,
love,
my
I'd
Lord.
love for you to do that sometime. That'd be awesome.
Guys,
We-
I would absolutely love to come announce you. It's funny how often I show up at gigs.
Yeah.
I was just at Lava and the Wild Boys. I was just there to see Wild Boys. And this is not to plug them, but I was just there. Well, yes, I'll plug them. I was there to just watch the show. Blaze of Glory, Wild Boys. And they were like, "Hey, will you announce us?" And I'm like, "So you're giving me a mic while I'm drinking?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I, we ran into each other at the Sonic Temple show not
Yes,
too long
we
ago,
did.
and you emceed them, so that
I'm
was
like, are you
awesome.
people crazy? You're going to give me a microphone? I mean, you're insane. So tell me, what do you guys have big plan? I mean, we're coming out of COVID. Texas, for those of you that are in Europe, South America, Australia, watching the show, here in Texas, we are open 100%, by the way. And I know some of our friends down in Florida have been open. They're not wearing masks. We're not wearing masks. We go to shows and we are, man, we're Texas, man. We're going at it full tilt. So when we're sick later, please don't say I told you so. But we're playing shows, and now that we're all open up, are you seeing your calendar just like stack up really fast?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I think we've got 30 shows booked already. If not 30, we're right there on the cusp, like 27, 28, something like that. But
Hi, my name's Rick. I'm the drummer for a Green Day tribute, and I'd like to have 1 or 2 shows. You don't have to give them all to them. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You can call me.
I mean, you know, we're next weekend is May 1st.
Yep.
We are already booking August and September. So yeah, I mean, you know, the summer is very good to us. So
I will say I just scored a big show for my Green Day tribute at Legacy. And
Nice.
all I'm
Nice.
going to say is we've got some big ideas and big things we're going to do for it, but it's called the September End Show. And everybody
Nice.
yes knows Green Day, September ends. Last time we were
Yeah.
there, we sold it out, and we're looking forward to going back. So I will tell you, if you haven't played there, and I think you guys have,
yeah,
that
we've
is
been there a few times.
that is a phenomenal stage. Like for the
Totally.
bands that have not played there or even been there,
Yeah.
go see the venue. Like, holy
Yeah.
cow.
It's definitely, it's been one of our favorites, no doubt.
And there's a place inside that sells Philly cheesesteaks, which I happen to be a and it's always bad food for you. There's also a place that does hibachi in there. I've had the hibachi, but the Philly cheesesteak, which is actually right next to the Philly cheesesteak place, Philly cheesesteaks. I was so damn hot and it was good. I just kept burning my mouth because I didn't want to. I'm not that smart. Like, hey, Rick, you're on fire. That's okay. Let's
Yeah.
keep playing.
I'll drink some beer. It'll be okay.
Right.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's a good one. Thank you. But no, you guys, man, the next time, oh my Lord, next time you're on that stage, you please remind me. If I'm not doing something, I want to see you guys perform there because holy cow, I love that. That's one of my favorites right now. Legacy,
Sure.
love it. And yes, I'm giving them props. So you guys do have a lot of big things coming up then for this summer.
Yeah, we've
Summer,
got
fall.
we've got some really good opportunities coming up. Some new, some repeat stuff for us. But
Any new material? Not like you wrote it, but like
Right.
any new stuff you
right,
learned?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll get you hate mail.
We do have
What?
things in the works for new.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't spill the beans if you don't want. I mean, the fact that you're writing new material is phenomenal. I mean, learning new material is phenomenal. Their lawyers are already going to hit me up. I'm
Right,
sure. I don't even care.
right.
But-
We're writing new material for the Eagles.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
nice.
Okay, you can now direct all the hate mail to Donnie. I'm just saying it's
That was
good.
that was the biggest, like, what would he call that? The biggest blurb of this whole thing.
Oh no, that was scripted there. I promise. And we've danced around it, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm not even going to dip into that topic this time, because I want to have you guys back. We will dip into the dynamics of artist tribute relations at a much later date. When I'll have to bring in a guest therapist. I don't think I know any that would come on camera.
Yeah, we've dabbled in that a little bit, so
Probably
that's a
more than any of
conversation.
us ever want to dabble in. Just
Possibly.
I'm just going to say thank you guys for persevering though through all of this. I'm so glad to know that I get to share the scene with bands like you. I mean, there's so many phenomenal bands out there. You know, again, the fact that you guys are a part of it. Wow.
Right back at you, man.
It's,
Yeah.
you know, I will always look forward to seeing those lineups again, like when you guys play with a Back in Black or an Even It Up or, you know, an Infinite Journey. And yes, I'm friends with Donovan, and it's again, to see those kind of lineups. And when we're not playing, to be able to go out and just be a fan again, not having to get on stage. And actually what I mean is not having to lug a drum set and go to a show.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Savor those moments. Yeah.
Yeah. But as you guys are playing, definitely those are the shows that please always send them to me. I've got, actually, we have a small staff now that's helping me with my concert calendar as we're growing this, because I am an idiot and I see squirrels. I see squirrels.
I see those butterflies behind you. I keep wanting to catch them.
Dude, you had better drugs than me this morning, because I'm saying the only thing is I've got this pink elephant over here that keeps talking to me and distracting me. I mean, he needs to shut up. And at that point is when they basically pulled the plug on my show, and I'm no longer allowed to talk to little kids. So hey, would you guys consider coming back on the show sometime?
Anytime.
Would you
Anytime,
consider
brother.
doing it in person?
Oh, absolutely.
You didn't even miss a beat. Most people are like, wait, whoa. Let me think about this.
Well, as you
very
recall, what's that?
We're not very smart.
Oh yeah.
We'll get along great then, because I'm not either.
Well, as you probably recall, I thought we were doing it in person this time when we initially started talking. I was like, Rick, what's the address, buddy? What time? Blah blah blah.
I'll send you the address. It's a video.
Yeah.
A video shop. Wait, what video shop are we at? I should have
Yeah.
sent you like the address of a porn shop. Be like,
Right.
hey, we're shooting our video here.
Yeah.
And you would have shown up and be like, wait, are you sure?
What?
Oh my God. You know what? Just because of that, now I want to find a porn shop that'll let me like set up and film my show there.
You're on to something, definitely.
Oh no,
Always.
and this is where I'm definitely getting mail from people. Oh my God. Thank you guys for coming on the show. I can't wait to have you back on. I can't wait to come see you guys. And I would love to come out and introduce you guys. Yeah, just once. I would be,
Please
holy
do.
cow.
Please do.
Yeah.
And
we
next time in August, when I'm down in Cabo, actually, I'm gonna bug you guys. I'll call you, Mel, because while I'm down there, I told my
Definitely.
wife I'm getting me a Hotel California T-shirt while
Yeah.
we're there. So I may
Yeah.
have to take some orders from you and
Yes.
T-shirt sizes.
Cool.
Because when I was there 4 years ago, Kim Lusk, I was on the phone with Kim, and I went to Cabo Wabo, and she wanted some Cabo Wabo T-shirts, because she does some Sammy Hagar, and so I was shopping for Kim while I was there. Like,
Nice.
so I'm all about it. Like, I'll buy T-shirts and bring them back.
I love that. Awesome hookup for sure.
Thank you guys for coming on the show. I am totally elated that you could make it today, and you
Thank
guys will
you.
definitely come back, right?
Absolutely. We love you, brother.
Love you guys too.
Thank you
And
so
thank
much.
you guys for tuning in. For those of you that are new to the show, yes, I'm Rick, and this is every week. Yes, you have entered the Twilight Zone. You can go to our Facebook page and you can like us. You can invite your friends to like us. If you're in a band and you want us to promote, please share your stuff there. We're all about it. You can send it to us. Instant message us at Concert Connection and send and attach a link to your show. We will add it to our our event calendar. That way you can go see where all the shows are that are playing. We also have an app, In the Pit with Rick. You can download. It's a free app, so you can watch my show, or you can go look at the calendar and see where bands are playing. And again, if you're in a band, you want to get people off their butts, off the couch, and in the audience. There you go. Let's help promote. You can also catch us on iHeartRadio. We're on Spotify. Obviously, we're on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. We have Instagram. We have Twitter. We have a Roku channel, and we have an Amazon Fire channel. If you cannot find me, then you've already placed a restraining order against me, and those channels are all blocked for you. So it's not my fault. So other than that, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the nightmare. Tell your therapist, please stop sending me the bill. I am broke, and that's because I spent it on ding-dongs and beer. So with that said, gentlemen, thank you again for being my guests. We'll have you on again here soon, and I'll catch you guys at a show. I am Rick. This is Mel and Donnie from Desperado. And this is Concert Connection. I almost forgot what show I'm on. This is Concert Connection. And we will see you in the pit. Oh my God, I forgot the name of my own show. Like, holy crap. At least I didn't go, and this is Barside Jive. Like, DC would have been like, Rick, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, DC,
Yeah.
I brain farted. Like, what the hell? And I say that jokingly because I am friends with DC, and I love the work he's doing. And it's funny because he and I bantered back and forth, having him on my show and vice versa to help promote.
That'd be a hoot, man.
Oh, he's a really good guy. And,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I've told this whole story. My inspiration for a lot of this was, first of all, I'm in the music.
Did we lose Rick?
I think we lost him.
Your sound?
Yeah, no sound.
Yeah, your sound disappeared on us, Rick.
Look how sad he looks.
And I didn't do it this time.
We put Rick in the corner.
You got some message that came through or something on you reached for your phone and then the monkey took over. He's upset. I don't know what to we can't hear you. I don't know what to tell you. I know. It really does. I can read your lips when you said that. That sucks. It really does. Hey. Okay, try it again. Nah, drop yourself, drop and come back.
How about now?
There you go.
Yes, there you are.
Oh, I had to re-hit the play button.
He's good God, man.
That was funny though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping that.
Thanks, Mr. Rose. You did that on purpose. Yeah, it was actually Carlos calling in because we're about to have Carlos jump in, which again, and it was I've not really had a chance to one-on-one. We haven't interviewed Carlos. He's
Not
been on with
one-on-one.
Rebel Yell, but not one-on-one.
No, never.
Tell him I said, hey, what's up?
He may end up popping in. And I've been bugging him going, dude, Saints and Sinners, what the hell? You're my bass player. Why have you not come on? And he couldn't get anybody from Saints and Sinners. I'm like, you still want to come on the show? Just you?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's already screwed up. Who cares?
Well, he's connected to several bands, so there's plenty to talk about with just him.
He's in Rebel Yell. He's in Rockaholics. He's in Saints and Sinners. I mean, homeboy is wow.
He's booked.
No, but as I was saying about the t-shirts, definitely, guys, if you end up going down there and doing a photo shoot, I would love to know, just to be a fly on the wall. I would love for my wife and I to come down, just to come up and hang out for the day and watch you guys do a photo shoot. Nothing more.
Well, I'm dreaming pretty big there, so I don't know I don't know how realistic that is, but that would be cool.
If you don't have big dreams, you don't go anywhere. I would rather
That's
dream
true.
and fall short up here than to dream here and not get off the couch. It's if you're gonna fail, and we all are. It's like all of us say we're gonna play a perfect show. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But if you strive for a perfect show, your failure level is far superior than to like, we'll wing it and see what happens. No, screw that. Screw that.
Yeah.
So, it's how you view failure, and we all fail every single day. Can it be a constructive, positive failure, or do you beat yourself up and go, "I suck," which you might suck, but that's
I always look at it like a bad golf shot. Just go on to the next hole. Play
that wasn't a bad. I was planning that all along. I brought 12 balls for a reason.
Oh man.
My God. Guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry it took us forever to have you on the show. Please let's not let it be forever again. Please.
No, we're back. We're back anytime you want us. Yep.
Oh, next time we do it though, I want to do it in person.
We're all for that.
And I will definitely be looking at the calendar. We're announcing on the show like the first 15 bands that send stuff to us. And I wasn't joking about last week on my concert calendar. I don't know if you watched it or not, but I called out bands for being lazy, and I was blown away at how many of them messaged me personally. We're not lazy. Where's the promo? And I know they got shows this week, and they didn't, no link, no mention of their show, but they could text me to go, "We're not lazy."
I mean, they just made your point for you. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like I'm begging bands. Like
bands aren't the most self-aware people. Band people.
Thanks a lot. You could have sent me that memo a few years ago. That would have really helped. It's this is a labor of love. I guess everybody thinks I'm making money off this. I've never made a penny off this show. All the sponsorship we've gotten has gone back into production of the show and to put it out there for everybody. And I'm just like, guys, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm trying to help. And I mean, typically our show gets a minimum of 10,000 views a week. If you don't need 10,000 views to help promote your product, okay. Some weeks we get 15, 20,000 views. And that's just views, not even how many people we freaking reach. Like, seriously, we have people watching us in Europe, in South America, in Australia, like all over the US now. We're growing. I mean, we're a baby, but we're growing.
And to me, what makes this the biggest cool factor about this is that you are doing it because you love it. It's real. It's organic. It comes from your heart, and that's the best stuff in life.
51 years to get to be who I am. I'm not changing a damn thing. If
you and me both, brother. When's your birthday?
I'm October the 11th, 69.
Oh, nice. All right, I'm December 6th, 69.
Which my email address is my email address is rhair69, and people go, "Oh, really, 69?"
Yeah.
You're a pervert. I mean, I'm a pervert too, but you're a pervert. Yeah. I happen to be born then. I got an excuse. What's yours? And
I do the same thing. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, and again, guys, we're gonna leave the scene. I know we don't want to think about it yet. One day we will be done. We will leave the music scene. But when I leave, I'd like to think that I left it better than I found it, and I help be a positive influence. I did have. I'm not going to mention his name because I guarantee you guys know him, are friends with him. He reached out to me to denounce tribute bands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you used to be in a tribute band. You've been in cover bands. Really?
That really has my brain going, who is that? Who is that? I know that person, but I can't think of who it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention names either.
No, that's we'll be respectful and just leave it at that. But I was just like, no.
Yeah.
And if you hate me for it, that's fine. And I think he's in an original band too. And now I'll never have him on the show because I have that gut feeling now. It's like, we're going to end up down that road. You're going to go after it. And I'm like, you absolutely just, you'll never be on the show because of that. And it sucks because I do want to help. I will promote his band on our site. Great. But I will never interview him just because of that.
Don't give him a microphone. Yeah.
and what I said to him is I said, I don't want to promote hate. He goes, who said anything about a hate? And I said, well, and I can show you guys the messages. I go, you want to denounce tributes. That's not love and positivity.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And let's be honest, the viewing audience, the fans are the ones that have dictated that tributes are what they want. When the marketplace changes and they don't come out to see tributes because they only want originals, because for some reason people learned how to write music that appealed to people instead of crap, then tributes will go
Boy, that's
away.
a whole nother conversation there too.
That sure is.
You're talking to an original artist, so I know it takes you typically write 10 songs to maybe get one.
Maybe.
I wrote so many songs when I was an original with our band that we never put out because the record label said, no, it's not good enough. You know how many songs we had to write to get a song? We got our songs on the Olsen Twins movie, Our Lips Are Sealed. We've got a song on Replicate. I've got 2 episodes of Felicity, Parenthood, Vampire Diaries, Switched at Birth. You think that we just wrote one song and bam, here you go? No, we wrote hundreds of songs and submitted them. And they basically came back and said, no, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on.
Almost verbatim.
No, verbatim. Not almost, verbatim.
Yeah.
And you go, okay. And they were great songs, but ixnay. We're not having it. We don't want it. Not doing it.
Yep.
Okay. Get him in. Mr. Carlos, are you there? Hello? Hello?
Okay, you're back.
Mr. Carlos, are you there?
Okay, he of course is on the phone again, guys. He's going to do that. We're going to get Carlos ready, and so when he comes back, I'll have him say goodbye so we can get him back because he's completely gone now. You know, this is actually the best Rick, the invisible Rick. Oh gosh.
Hey, Kenneth, it's been nice meeting you, and thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
Love you guys because I'm a big Eagles fan, and I grew up in Oklahoma, and we had a station called KELI, and I'm always listening to Yacht Rock Radio on Sirius.
Oh, love it.
And again, I listen to just a broad range of music, and my sons have been in choir, and so they go all the way from opera to everything. And so, but I'm a big Eagles fan, and so I've been telling my wife, you know, we were going to start coming out, of course, last year, and everything got shut down. But we're going to be in the crowd one time. I'll wave at you guys. You'll see the gray. You know, you'll remember the gray.
Oh yeah.
Please do, man. Let us know when you're coming, and we'll get you some VIP action going on.
Yeah, if I really want to come out and do kind of some behind the scenes reel for the show to, you know, advertise the band, because when I first well, hold on, I'm kind of no camera, that's kind of weird. I'm sitting here, I've been outside, that's why I'm the A-line, sorry. It's not getting warmer.
I'm happy to say it's heating up out there.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be beautiful, so that's why I'm kind of hanging outside today. But when I first met Rick at Platinum Studios, it was this thing about, you know, tribute bands. I didn't even understand what tribute bands were, honestly.
Yeah.
I knew original bands. I know R&B people. I've been around hip-hop people and jazz people, and so I didn't know what they were. I knew what cover bands were. Mm-hmm. But I've grown to understand the true musicianship, and that goes all the way from those in the lead, of course, and the actual band members. You guys, and I say that to all the tribute people, you can't do what you do and get away with doing it and not be good at it. Okay. Right. And so, and I do understand because I know people that are in original bands, but you know, major original bands. I'm a big Prince fan. Prince, replayed freaking music from everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
And wrote music for everybody.
And wrote music.
Yeah. Good point.
And so to say that tribute bands aren't real bands, I don't even understand what that means.
I mean, don't really get that either.
It doesn't make sense to me. And I don't think in most cases, and you guys can probably tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think in most cases, people start out as a musician to be a tribute band.
No.
No.
Yeah, I mean, they start out as musicians, doing what they do, getting together with their friends or whatever, evolving into the pieces of the puzzle, and then you have almost every single person that I have met through this has had that window where it's like, I can't do this. I have to have a constant source of money.
Money's not bad.
Hey,
Yeah.
money is important. And so you do that, but you still have that love and the ability to create music and to be able to mimic and to replicate, which is really not even mimicking. You are replicating a sound that if it's this far off, I'm sitting there remembering a song from the Eagles, and it's like, that's not very that much.
Yep.
Yeah. So to your point, any great tribute band, I mean, the most flattering compliment you can give them is to say, wow, man, you guys sounded like, I mean, virtually like that band. I closed my eyes and I was at a whatever band concert. I mean, any tribute band is just, it's like, wow, thank you, because you know what you're talking about. So
Right. And it's not like, an original band can come through, and I honestly, if I don't know their music, I may like it. I may like what it sounds like, but they could freaking screw up the
Yeah.
whole set, and I wouldn't know if I didn't know the band.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
so it is what it is. But that's Rick has been, and I've heard those same things coming from different people, and so I'm really thinking I want people to engage as musicians, and because that's what this is.
Yeah.
That's what the musician community is for.
Right.
And Dallas Fort Worth has one of the most family-like communities I've seen for musicians. There's really not a lot of backbiting or hate for each other. Of course, there's always some people, but by and large, everyone is cool with everybody.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way I think it should be. I mean, the first thing is the music. The first thing is the lyrics and the song. It's not the competition. And that's the goofy part about this to me. It would be different, which is the other thing. If you guys were not as talented as you are as being singers and musicians, then you literally, I'll take that back. There are some people that aren't good and they still perform, so I'll leave that alone. But you guys love the music enough to create it in its truest form. And I don't think you would be doing this if you didn't love the music and love being a musician and a singer. So that's just me,
Plus, I just like hanging out with these other 5 individuals also, If we were just on a softball team or something, I'd still go play softball with them.
Me too. Well said.
That's the problem, because I don't think, as big as your band is, man, I don't think, I tell my wife all the time, it's like, sometimes, man, you get on my nerves. And she says the same thing to me. And so I couldn't imagine having 5 people. And you guys are, because how many times do you get performing per week now? Once or twice minimum?
Just once, typically Saturday nights. We have a few city type shows that may be on a Tuesday or a Thursday, but by and large, it's usually a Saturday night thing.
So on average, how long are you physically together when you perform? How many hours are you guys literally in each other's space?
At the venue, we're probably there for 7 or 8 hours for an hour and a half show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And my wife would be putting a pillowcase over my head sometimes. So, but that's part of what this, and I've grown to consider myself to be part of what this scene is now, because I've been involved with interviews and had so many in-person interviews and meeting so many people. It's really a mystical, magical kind of place. I've been through, like I said, all the way from hip hop through R&B. Now I was in Rock Universe for just a hot minute now in tributes, and I've seen everybody, and everybody does the same type thing as far as advertising too. I don't care if it's a freaking hip hop band or R&B band or a cover band. Certain people don't market anything,
Sure.
and it's just how they are, and so it's not a big deal. But but again, I think that tributes are I think originals are great and grand, but hell, I can't tell if they're jacking up or if they're performing a great set. If it's Prince would shit. Prince,
Oh,
he could ad lib. I wouldn't know what it was like. I never heard that, but I liked it.
Right.
I've been on a Prince kick lately.
Ah,
I'm kind of crazy.
There's a video I shared that I found on YouTube of Prince doing acoustically Cream by himself.
oh, it's awesome.
And he stops because he wants the crowd to sing with them, and they don't. And he stops. He's like, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I love his performance, but what I love is his expectation of the audience. And he's like, oh, no, we're not going to settle for that. We're going to do this again, and you're going to get on board. I loved him for being that original.
I backed that part up like 3 times and he smiles when he's yeah, that's like get him, brother, get him.
He was, to me, he's up there with one of the biggest losses because of his ripping talent.
Yes.
I remember falling in love with When Doves Fly. Doves Cry way back in the day. I was at summer camp when that song came out.
We
I was
like 14,
15.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
let's not do the age thing here. Okay, Consider me older than that.
but wait a second. You're talking to. There's 4 gentlemen here that have decades
I know.
of love for his music, and we were influenced by him. And Chi. Which a lot of you don't know. She started out in running with Prince's crew. Like that whole, and a lot of people ask Chi about it. He'll tell you he started out, and we all love Chi, but he was 17 performing, and he was out there running with the guys that were basically running with that whole crew. And he's this ripping guitarist, and it's funny. I watch the man play in front of me night after night, and I see some of those princely influences in showmanship and just guitar licks. And I'm like, people don't realize, in my humble opinion, I think Prince is one of the most underrated entertainers, not just guitarists, vocalists, entertainers on the planet.
Yeah.
So,
there was so much talent there. I don't think anybody could ever. You can't put that into a bottle or something. I mean, it's beyond this world, I mean, likewise, the one that hurt me the worst lately was this guy. Losing him, losing Eddie. That's Eddie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, man, talk about feeling connected to somebody like you knew them. Wow. So we've lost some phenomenal people and entertainers.
That is why we continue to tribute. Even though some of the bands we're tributing are still here, some of them are gone. And I got when I was in Sedated doing the Ramones, I got firsthand that they're not here no more. You're not going to go see a reunion tour. Goodbye.
Right. Yeah. Their drummer was the last one to go, right? Or is he still-
No. Now you've got some of Richie Ramone is still here, but he was not an original. He was not Tommy. He was Tommy. He wasn't the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Mr. Rose, I did get off the phone. I jumped off because Carlos, he had not done this. He's actually at my studio. So he's dialing in right now.
How are people getting so confused?
I thought that he knew it was all video. I sent him the link and he thought it was to watch it later. So I will make sure going forward, I very clearly articulate with everybody until we actually go back in the studio. And next time, by the way, gentlemen, next time we do it, we will set it up at a club, be it like at the Maverick or something like that.
Carlos,
Oh!
I'm on my way out to the studio. Just stay there. I'll be there in a few minutes. Okay.
Yeah, Rick, definitely let us know when you want to do an in-person, and we're all for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Next time we'll go into a studio. Sorry, Carlos.
Sounds good. What's up, Carlos?
What's up?
I got Mel and Donnie. I don't know if you can see him from Desperado.
Yes.
Nice.
There he is, right there.
And Mr. Rose.
Okay. All right. Let me get you guys going. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. We'll talk
Thank
to
you
you
guys.
soon.
Have a great rest of the day.
All right.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Bye.
All right.
Nice.
Trying to turn my volume up so I can hear you.
Okay. All righty. Let me do this because I got to. You're going to be in portrait. Let me get myself out of here. Hold on.
Did you notice what hat he has on?
Huh?
I said, did you notice what hat he has on?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me get myself out of here. Okay. And do
So
it
wait,
this way.
wait. If we're wearing hats,
There you go.
Now, Carl, can you hear him okay?
Huh?
Can you hear Rick okay?
Yeah, but I mean, it's through my phone. So, I was like trying to put it like on speakerphone or something, but I can't.
check. No. Wait. Check on the bottom row. Make sure that you have it where it is using your speaker, because I think sometimes if you don't, am I wrong about that, Mr. Rose?
Is that you mean for him to hear
Yeah.
you?
When you log in, you have to choose. I think I've had to choose audio, video.
It says mic, cam/mic.
Yeah.
Okay, where the cam/mic is, when you click on that and you go to audio,
Yeah.
what is it saying your speaker is? Is it saying
It
your
says default.
okay, drop
Oh, here
that.
we go. I hit speakerphone.
Okay.
Is that any better?
Yeah, much better.
Hey, we hear you much better too.
Yeah.
That's good.
All of a sudden, I can hear you, and you're not echoing.
Okay, but he froze.
All right, hang on. Let me get back.
Because your camera was okay. And he lost us. And we lost him.
That's okay.
Man,
I
what do you
feel
got- now
I
you-
feel like a
what is going
complete dumbass. I am so sorry.
No. You once you tell people, put that in the. I send you that message now that says,
Yes, I'm going to copy instead of just copying the link. I'm going to copy the
there you
whole entire.
yeah, but I'll
message.
put in the message.
Yeah.
This is a video interview.
Yep. I just feel.
Everywhere other than the bathroom is okay. Although we've been to a bathroom for an interview.
Wait, that was Josh from Go
I
Ask
know.
House. Went and sat on the toilet while we were interviewing him.
Oh,
So,
really?
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, perfectly.
Johnny Kelly from Danzig got up and went to the fridge multiple times for beers.
Exactly.
Gino sat and ate a piece of pizza while we interviewed her. Like, really, people? You guys are like one-upping each other with crazy crap.
Now,
I'll get on Rick's drums and I'll play drums while you.
Carlos, can you now you have your phone in portrait mode. If you turn it sideways, let's see what it looks like if it goes to.
Hang on.
All right, let's see if it'll do it. I don't want. Of course, it's working, and I'm gonna make him mess up. Okay,
There you go.
there we go. Yeah, center yourself now. There you go. I like that better because then I can give you like full screen when you're doing what you do when you're doing it.
Oh,
What are you
gotcha.
doing?
Okay.
Okay, and then go. Yeah, you just.
Reset here.
Do you have a stand?
I'm using the
Music stand.
Cool. Okay. Rick, I need you to get music stands out to everybody from now.
What are you saying?
I don't know because it don't happen. Okay. You center your. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I think I'm
All
good.
right. And then let's do your drop so we can get that out of the way.
I'll let you explain it.
I'm sick of you, Rick.
I know you are.
Okay, no, it's easy. It's the same thing you would do in the studio. Okay, this is Carlos. I'm with Black and all your bands, and you are watching the Concert Connection.
Okay.
That's the first one. And I'm going mic off Rick, mic off me, and you can start when you're ready.
Okay. Hey, this is Carlos with Rebel Yell, Rockaholics, and Saints and Sinners, and you are watching In the Pit with Rick.
Waiting for your laughter because you're watching the Concert Connection. Yes, you're watching the Concert Connection. I think you got In the Pit with Rick locked in your brain.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's right. I do. Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Let me mic off Rick, mic off me.
Hey, this is Carlos with Rockaholics. Well, I think I'll start it with Rebel Yell. Not that it matters. Hey, this is Carlos with Rebel Yell, Rockaholics, and Saints and Sinners, and you are watching the Concert Connection.
Beautimus. And the last one is you are listening to the Concert Connection podcast.
Okay, so say the same thing, but you're listening to the Concert Connection
Podcast. Okay.
Okay.
Mic off.
Hey, this is Carlos with Rebel Yell, Rockaholics, and Saints and Sinners, and you are listening to the what? Concert Connection podcast? Is that it?
I love that one. You're listening to what? Yes. You're listening to the
Concert Connection podcast. All right. Take two. All right. Hey, this is Carlos with Rebel Yell, Rockaholics, and Saints and Sinners, and you are listening to the Concert Connection podcast.
Gotcha. That's good. That is good. Other than Rick's laughter over here.
Wait, can you see me in the background?
No, he can't see anything. I can see you.
Okay,
I can
so
see
you
you.
can see.
No, when I have you full screen, Carlos, you can see him just cracking up in the background.
So
Oh,
wait
yeah,
a second.
I can see him.
When you're like, wait, you should have been like, what the hell stupid show are we listening to? That would have been greatness. I would have been like, we're using that one. That would have been a keeper.
When's this show?
Where am I at? What am I doing? Okay, Rick, here we go.
Thank
Let's
you,
break this
Austin.
up.
Yes, thank you, Austin.
Oh my Mr.
Okay.
Rose, do you know that story? Did I tell you?
We
were
are
in Oak-
drinking. Yes,
we
you
were in
told-
Oklahoma City, and
Yeah,
JC goes,
No, you had to inject the JC in there. But yes, sir. I'm
It was
keeping
fun.
this on schedule. You're going to go up at 1 to you too. 1:30. I can outdo you. Don't. The amount of real. They're coming straight out the ass.
Seeping through, I can smell it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're going to start at 1:40.
40. And
I said it first. Me. I said
Yeah.
40.
Carlos, ignore
Yeah.
the little red counter. Even though we're running live, it's a closed loop. It's just you, me, and Mr. Rose, so we can edit it later. Everybody knows about.
Let me get a water. I'm gonna get a water.
Yep.
1:42.
No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
No, we're fine.
I'm sorry that I ducked out. I hope that the guys that Donnie
No,
and
No, that
Mel
was
were good.
we were talking tribute bands, and you and I have to have a talk because we're gonna sponsor some interactions, as I will call them.
Okay, I'm game.
And they might be interventions for some people.
Oh shit!
For tributes and originals, I want to, there should be a musician community that is not an originals or tribute. Everybody's musicians. It's starting to freaking piss me off now. So
Yeah, and today is something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I'm going to use Carlos as a guinea pig. Is there's a lot of cover bands, not tribute, not originals, but cover bands, and I don't have many cover bands on. Thank you. I'm glad you wore it because I was going to reach out to the community to talk to some of them, but having you on, we'll dabble a little bit of Rebel Yell if you want to talk about it. If you don't, everybody hears about it enough, but I'm not about shameless plugs. I definitely want to talk about Saints and Sinners because you guys have not been on the show before, and I want to give some love to your band, but I want to talk about the cover scene as well. And you guys, you being a cover band and family, I definitely want to use you as the first guinea pig because we're going to talk about the cover scene and again the niche market that it is servicing. So, anything else you want to chat about? Well, I mean, this is your time to promote.
I got nothing, man.
And this half hour will be sponsored by Rum Chata.
I mean, I don't have my dates written down for like Rockaholics. I know that I wish I had all the dates written down.
It's okay because actually Amy, I think, has most of them, and Chi knows to send it to us, so we get them on the calendar.
What's the next show though? What?
Wait. We don't know when this one's going to air. So if he promotes it and the show airs after that, I want, but I do want you to see the concert. Go see the concert event calendar, and you can see all our dates. That way, you promote that, drive people there to go look for them.
And you know what we can do, Rick? If Carlos, if you'll just say, hey, we've got some shows coming up, I'll do it. That's why I don't like him. No, then that's
a good idea.
That week, then I'll just pop it in there. Because I'm going to replace every bit of Rick's video with everything I can on this show.
Hey, that's not a bad idea either.
Thank you.
Rick's got all the props.
And green nails today.
Oh, no, they're black and green.
No, I know. Black and green. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Hi, Sock Monkey.
Are we ready, Mr. Rose?
That would be why you're yourself with the Sock Monkey.
Okay, here we go. Hello, rock stars, and welcome to another episode of Concert Connection. I'm Rick. Hope everybody's doing well. Yes, I have my Sock Monkey. They left me alone for too long, and again, I get sidetracked real quick. Welcome to another show. I hope you guys are doing awesome. This week's guest is somebody. This is very dear to my heart. This is very personal. This week's guest is none other than Carlos, the bass player for Rebel Yell. Wait, where did he go?
Howdy, y'all.
Rockaholics and Saints and Sinners. How are you, my dear friend?
Good, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. So, real full disclosure here, why he's at the studio and I'm at home is when I invited him on the show, we're always together. I assumed he knew we were doing everything video. I didn't tell him. So he went to the studio. He's actually at our rehearsal space right now. And I'm sitting at home and I'm like, dude, you could have stayed home in your pajamas with rum chata.
I had to get out of the house.
Oh, so you're like, I did you a favor then.
Yes.
Did you bring rum chata with you?
I've got plenty of beer and whiskey in the fridge over here, so I'm good.
If you need to take a break, get one. I mean, Johnny Kelly from Danzig went to the fridge a couple times for beers. I mean, go ahead, man. I'm good.
Hey, I just might.
Oh my God, dude. I'm not even going to ask how you are because I see you regularly. You're part of my life. I know you're doing phenomenal. Your wife and your kids, you guys are rocking it. Dude, you are the working bass player. Like you between your three bands, you are gigging nonstop. And I know I take it for granted, but I don't think if I ever ask you, do you ever get burnt out? Are you ever just like, okay, I need a day off? Like, because you do work and you do this. And, I mean, do you ever get burnt out at all?
Sometimes during the week, if we've got back-to-back midweek, it gets a little rough. But I love to play, I love to play.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So I will play as much as I can. Yeah.
And the thing is, you are, and I say this in all sincerity, you are a absolute workhorse. I know you to be one of the most dependable, rock solid rhythm guys out there. And I say this with 100%. I'm not like poking at you at all. Is you are the guy that you rehearse and you play so much. I can always count on you to be there when the proverbial turd hits the ceiling fan.
Well, thank you. I kind of just want to do my part and get everything ready, get everything right. And that way, if things start falling apart, hopefully it's not my fault.
Well, the thing is if something ever, and trust me, every band, and I just had the guys from Desperado on recently, and we were talking about it. It's like we all strive to play a perfect show. That will never happen. None of us will ever play a perfect show. But if you set your sights up here and you fall short here, it's better than setting your sights here and falling short down here.
Right.
And what I do know, and I because again, I'm with you. We train almost for some of the worst situations. So when they do drop in our lap, you're like, oh yeah, we've done this one before. And what I know about you, it's an instinct, is you will instantly turn and look over your shoulder, and it's like, yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah. No, that's a really good thing to have on stage is, that communication, even if it's unspoken, between drummer, guitar player, singer, what have you. That way, like you said, when things start going off the rails, you bring it back, and hopefully nobody noticed.
You know what? And this is what I have found, and most musicians don't realize it. And I'm guilty at times too. We play shows, and we may think they're horrible because we have very high standards of what we expect. The audience was like, "That was incredible," and you're like, "Thank you."
Yeah, I know, and I think every musician goes through that. It's like,
Yeah.
The show could be great, visually and acoustically and everything, but if you missed a mark, if you hit something, then it's like you're a little disappointed in yourself. And
Yeah.
even though nobody may have noticed, but it's like, it bothers you.
Now, as a guy, and again, I do know your work ethic. You play constantly, juggling 3 bands and a family and a job. How do you make time for all that? I mean, is there just a certain part of every day that's set aside? Like, I'm going to play.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It is a huge juggling, tour. It really is. So the great thing about the band that I'm in is we're able to, in a way, dictate how much we play. So we can kind of control that, because everybody else in our bands are in other bands too, and like yourself and Chi and Matt and Shannon, everybody, Sammy Joe. So everybody's juggling, everybody's trying to make it work, everybody's got their calendar. So absolutely, I do set aside time for the family, and of course day jobs, but I mean, it's just a big juggle.
And your Miss Angie is a delight. I love when she comes out, because if she has a couple cocktails, she is a ball of fire. And I just would like to say, Miss Angie, when I push your buttons, I am smiling. I'm just saying.
And she would say it right back.
Oh, me and your wife have in common, we're both German and Mexican mixed. So we we get each other.
It's a dangerous mix.
Oh my God. Don't get us both drunk together, please. It's like feeding 2 gremlins after midnight. You're an idiot because you're about to get bit.
Yep.
I want to start out really by, yes, we said Rebel Yell, Rockaholics, and Saints and Sinners. I want to start with Saints. Again, I think you've been in Saints the longest out of the 3. Am I right? Wrong?
No, I've been in Rockaholics the longest.
Rockaholics, okay.
And then Saints. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Saints and Sinners. What you're tributing? How long you've been in there? Let's talk about Saints just a little bit.
Saints and Sinners is a Whitesnake tribute band.
Yes, they are.
And I've been in the band, I think, since around maybe, I want to say maybe 2017, maybe 2016, around there. I don't recall exactly when I joined.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all Whitesnake, and then we also do some Deep Purple cuts with Coverdale.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a great band.
And you've got some phenomenal musicianship behind you in that band. Correct?
Absolutely. It all starts with Dave Roberts on vocals.
Yep.
He is David Coverdale, and he's amazing. He's amazing. And without him, there would be no Saints and Sinners.
Yep. And then on guitar.
Well, guitar has been kind of a revolving door, because so many musicians are in other bands. Depending on the gig, I'm not sure sometimes who we're going to have. It's like, okay, let's do it. I don't know who.
and
on drums, Clayton Jones is on drums, and he's rock solid. And he's also in a lot of bands. Euthanasia.
Yep.
He's in a lot of different bands too. But he's solid back there.
And again, that you always, the one thing I know to be factual is you always are surrounded by phenomenal musicians. You really are. You are very blessed, because I look at the lineup of all the bands you're in, and except for maybe Rebel Yell, that drummer's an idiot. But the rest of them,
yeah, we work with them.
I know everybody needs a sympathy case, and you really the talent pool. I don't know if you're just brilliant or lucky, but you have you make everybody that much better because of what you bring to the table. Do you find that the influences kind of swirl around, and you take a little from each of these projects and kind of help make you who you are?
100%. I mean, just like I was saying with Saints, with the guitar players, sometimes it's a revolving door. Chris Jones, who's our manager, does a phenomenal job in trying to find, the best 2 guys available. So that always works out.
Yep.
and then of course, yeah, in Rebel Yell and in Rockaholics, you know, we got some great people, and everybody just kind of works off each other, you know. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am very lucky in the projects that I'm in right now with the people that I'm working with, and not only their talent level, but also aside from the drummer from Rebel Yell, yeah, personality wise, you know, everybody was great. Everybody's great.
No, and the
He's
other
a
thing
basket
is,
case.
oh my God, he's beyond a bat. You know what? He needs
See
to
what I
be
did there?
sedated. He needs to be sedated. I'm just saying. Oh my God, I'm gonna get smacked for that one later. I do have to compliment, as much as you play, you also you bring to the table pro level gear. And I do ooh and ah over your basses. And there's some local guy. He's kind of weird, but he makes these like so instruments. What's the name of that company?
Mr. Buddy Blaze.
And I say that jokingly because you play Buddy Blaze basses. And Buddy is a phenomenal guy, great craftsman, has a phenomenal product out there. What was it that drew you in? Because I love the sound. I love the sound.
Well, the first thing that drew me in was the fact that having a chance at a custom instrument, it's, I mean, never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I could have, you know, somebody make me a custom build.
Wow.
And then when I met Buddy, you know, got to talking with him. I mean, yeah, he's an incredible person, super nice. So, I mean, even, you know, Joyce, you know,
Yep.
his wife, both of them are amazing.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it even, it's like the guitars become secondary, you know, because you're building a relationship with him and his wife and everything. And then, oh yeah, by the way, we're here to talk about maybe making a guitar or a bass. Yeah. So the fact that he listens to everything that you want, you know, in your instrument, so you can make it as custom as you want it, which is amazing. And yes, the craftsmanship is brilliant, and it sounds amazing. So I mean, it was a no-brainer, you know. I mean, I could go out and buy something off the rack for the same amount of money, or I can do a custom build and have my input in what I want in shaping the instrument, and it is all my own, you know, knowing that there's no other instrument, you know, like mine, because it's all custom.
And the one that you, excuse me, the one that you're playing right now has this iridescent, like psychedelic, bluish, greenish, pinkish colors. How did you come up with that? That is freaking phenomenal.
Right. It's a hollow flash.
Thank
you. Yeah. So back in the 80s, hollow flash was a big thing. And then I don't remember what happened. There was a guy that was manufacturing it. Well, Buddy ended up hooking up with him and getting the rights to the hollow flash. So that was something new for Buddy that just became available, I think, late last year.
Okay.
So whenever we were working on my bass that I play now, well, my other bass, we were going through a lot of ideas, a lot of different finishes. And then when he got the hollow flash, he kind of threw that in the hat. And I said, yeah. I go, yeah, let's do it. Because yes, it's very, very, very cool. Especially when you see it on stage under the lights. It changes colors. It's amazing. Yes.
And the strap that you have, there's a story behind the strap, your Dallas Cowboy strap that you have.
Christian Brooks, the guy who manufactured straps for Stevie Ray Vaughan, made that one for me. Joey Alette, as we all know, Chef Joey, got that for my birthday a few years ago.
Yep.
And she has a couple of Christian Brooks straps. So it's badass. I mean, it's got mojo, you know, it's really cool. You know?
Remember when you got it, we both were kind of oohing and on over it, like, oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is such a cool little thing to have, you know, and like I said, it's got mojo, you know.
What's funny is when you don't play that bass and you like come to practice with something else, I'm always like,
where's your other one?
Yeah,
I have to give him a night off. I give him nights off, you know.
Did somebody in timeout right now? Like
a well-earned rest, you know.
Correct me. You have a few. You don't just have one Buddy Blaze. You actually have more than one. Correct?
I've got two and a third one on the way. I'm working on the third one.
Wait a second. I didn't know if Angie's watching. I'm sorry. I did not know about that.
I mean, I only have the one.
Yeah, one. It's like I only have one drum set.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh my Lord. And do you always with your gear doing different projects, do you get different sounds out of it? So you, like for each project you have either a different look or different sound you're going for?
Yeah. In fact, my buddy's finishing up on he's redoing one of my basses right now, and I kind of think that maybe that'll be my Rockaholics bass. And the Hollow Flash will be my Billy Idol Whitesnake bass. And then I've got another one coming out, working on that. I'm not sure where that one's going to fit in. It'll probably be a little bit of everything. So yeah, it's nice to be able to get that different sound or different look depending on your project.
I have a bass. I have an Ibanez bass and an Ampeg bass amp, and I dink around.
I still
on it.
haven't seen it. You said you were going to bring it up here.
I'm so scared because I don't want you to laugh at it. Go, Rick. You know this is a toy, right? But no, it's I always like if I hold either you or Chi, you guys, if I get to hold your gear, I'm always like, oh my God, because it's for me, it's a few $1,000s in a drum set. It's like, I'm gonna beat the crap out of it. A few $1,000s on a bass, and I'm like, please don't drop or ding or scratch this thing. I freak out.
Hey, it's all good. It gives it character.
Really? Well, let me help give your instrument some character.
I don't mind.
Oh, come on now. What, as we digress way off it, what got you into doing Whitesnake? What was it? I mean, a love of the band, and you were like, I want to do this tribute, or were they like, hey, we just need somebody?
Well, I mean, I've always loved Whitesnake. I really genuinely have. And then I was approached to be a sub in Saints and Sinners.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I mean, that would be awesome because I love the band. So I'm actually enjoying the music I'm playing.
Yeah.
And then it became where I became the full-time bass player. And it was just natural, I mean, I was familiar with all the songs, and all the eras, all the different eras. And Whitesnake, over the years, they've had something like 10 or 11 bass players. and each one of those bass players is amazing in his own right. And some of those bass players I really like, Uriah Duffy, Glenn Hughes, Rudy Sarzo, just to name a few. But yeah, it's really cool.
I will tell you, I didn't even know that because to me, when I originally met you, you were already in the band. I was just like, oh, I didn't know that you were a new addition. Carlos been in there forever.
Yeah, Saints and Sinners was chugging along pretty good when I came in the picture. I think they were together for maybe 2 or 3 years before I joined.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, let's transition a little bit into you dove into your other tribute band a couple of years ago, Rebel Yell, doing some Billy Idol, and that again, when you came on board, you and I clicked right away. I mean, I knew right away. I'm like, I like this guy. He's a phenomenal bass player, and we really do. We kind of hold it down, but we get to goof off a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, we goof off a lot.
100% fun band.
Was that a natural transition for you when you were asked to come do it? I mean, were you like, yeah, I'll sit in, or were you like, I'm in?
No, that's another thing. I love Billy Idol too, and so yeah, I mean, it was just natural. I mean, it's like it's easier to be in a band when you're actually enjoying the material you're playing.
Yes.
Because I've been in the opposite situation, and it's not a lot of fun. But when you actually get to play stuff you actually like, I think that actually comes across to the audience a lot too. Is they're having fun. They're not just up there playing.
Yeah,
they're actually having fun. And they enjoy it even more.
I agree 100%. I've been approached about a lot of bands, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, it sounds like fun. My heart's got to be in it. If my heart's not in it, I can't do it. I just can't. Right. It's so difficult for me. And yes, we do goof off a lot. There are some the behind the scenes stuff that happens, and we just kind of laugh, and we're like, that's just us being us. I mean, because we are together a lot.
Yeah.
Bands, and I just mean Rebel Yell bands. Period. Saints and Sinners. You guys rehearse. We play shows. We rehearse. We play shows. Let's talk about the covers, because everybody's heard me talk about the Billy Idol stuff and us doing it. And I want to talk about cover bands because it's something I've wanted to dive into for a while. I've begged original bands, had a zillion tribute bands, cover bands, not as many. You are in the Rockaholics. Are you the original bass player?
Yes. Well, yes and no. I mean, they went through two guys in rehearsals. So there was never an actual show, Rockaholics, without me. But yeah, so basically I have been from the very beginning.
And what was your draw to that? Just the opportunity to play a plethora, a catalog full of just songs that you love to play, and you're not just, was that kind of the draw for you?
The initial draw was to get a chance to play with Chi and Matt and Shannon, because I've known those guys for a long time.
Yeah.
So to be able to be in a band with them, I was like, hell yeah. And then aside from that, the huge variety that we do is also really cool.
Huge catalog.
Yeah, we do a lot of different. Sometimes we do songs that you haven't heard in ages, and it's like, oh, I remember that one.
Yep.
And because we kind of wanted to tweak the cover band formula a little bit. We didn't want to play all of the top 10 hits that you hear on the radio all the time. So we started digging a little deeper and finding some of the forgotten gems out there and bringing them back up to life. And then we would rework them and rock them up a little bit and do them our style.
There's one in particular that has always stood out with me. It's a Queen cover, We Will Rock You. And your version of it is nothing like Queen. It is phenomenal because it's way up tempo and it is rocking. And that was the first variation that I'd heard. I mean, I'd heard your guys' set, but that was the first one that really popped. And I was like, I love it because you're not sticking with standard formula. You guys said, here's the song. You're going to recognize it, but we're going to rock it out. And you absolutely do. Is that kind of what the whole nexus was? Like, let's take songs and make it ours in a way?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what we wanted to do from the very beginning. Yeah.
Now, I get the rock part. What about the holic part?
Well, if you come to one of our shows, you'll see the holic
part for sure. I know too much of the backstories because I've heard them already privately.
Yeah.
It is a little bit of debauchery on stage. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, and we try to balance it to where it's not too much holics and just a little bit of rock. So we want more rock and then a little bit of holics. So we try to balance that out. Sometimes
it ends up being 40% rock, 60% holics. Your shows are always a blast, and there are always, and I don't know if that was part of from the inception, is you always have guest celebrities, and I say celebrities, musicians come up on stage and rock out, sometimes with phenomenal results. Sometimes the train wreck is phenomenal to watch. And even the train wreck's not bad. I mean, you guys get through it every time. But is that part of it? Is like, if you come to a Rockaholic show, you can expect three things: rock, holic, and guest appearances.
Yeah. We love to have our friends up on stage. Bass players, drummers, guitar players, singers.
Oh yeah.
No matter who it is, 100%. It's we love to embrace the rock community, the music community, and we share in that. So it's like, if we're doing a show and some of our friends show up, that are in other bands, I guarantee they'll be on stage, before long.
Not even other bands. Our dear friend Honcho, I have seen him get up and sing. And Honcho used to be a singer, used to be in bands. Now he's not, but he's a dear friend, big supporter of the music scene. If he comes out to a show, Honcho's up on stage.
100%. Oh yeah, that's the one true person that will always be there on stage.
Always, and it's not usually just one song. Honcho's usually good for a few, and he could probably. If Shannon gets sick, you could probably call Honcho and say, "Hey, dude, could you sit in tonight for Shannon?" And he could probably pop in and do the whole show. Is that an accurate statement?
I mean, it could happen. It could happen.
Okay, I was just gonna say, did it happen really?
It could happen.
I've been blessed to jump in and play not just Rebel Yell, but I played some Alice in Chains. You guys I've been able to jump in And again, it's always a hoot. You know, and again, the plethora of talent. You've got two guitarists that are both sound guys. So Chi and Matt, both sound guys. And it's you guys are one of the few bands that when you come out, you guys know it's going to sound good because
yeah, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing to have both those guys being sound guys, and I don't have to worry about what we're going to sound like because I know it's going to be badass.
Yes. And I know how they both work. They're both the professionals. And actually, let's rewind. Everybody is. Shannon being in that 70s band, Metal Shop, Rockaholics, you know, brings that, and Bullet brings that absolute professionalism. You got
totally. He's like the ultimate front guy.
We've got Matt, who is in Rockaholics. He's in Lookout. No, not Lookout.
Yeah, Lookout. And that 70s band.
And that 70s band. You got Chi, Metal Shop, Rebel Yell, Rockaholics. I think he originally helped start that 70s band with Shannon, who was there at the inception. Again, sound guy. And you got Miss Sammy Joe, drummer for everybody.
I know. She's in so many bands, yeah.
Poisonous, Crude and Tattooed, that 70s band, Rockaholics. Wait, I know I'm missing. Oh, Rocket Queen. Like,
Rocket Queen. Yeah.
Girlfriend. You're making me tired. Like,
I know.
She subbed for me even for Rebel Yell. Like, Girlfriend, hold on. She's an absolute monster.
She's solid,
And we've got yours truly. Saints and Sinners, Rockaholics, Rebel Yell. Man, and do you ever kind of just sit back and go, because you're married to each and every band that your bandmate is married to?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just how it is. Do you ever go, oh my God, I am connected to so much talent out there? It's mind blowing.
I almost feel like Kevin Bacon.
So we'll just call it the 3 degrees of separation.
Degrees of everything. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. Because everybody being in different bands just kind of solidifies, you know, the community, the rock community. You know, like I said, everybody really supports each other. We really believe in supporting other bands and just being, you know, good neighbors to other musicians. And I think that's really important. And that's the one thing about DFW, has a great, really healthy music scene. You know, and I love it.
Well said. Well said. I preach that all the time, and I think it's phenomenal. And I will tell you, it is something that I embrace. I love the fact that you have guest musicians on. I even stole a little of that. Basket Case, we played Legacy Hall a while back, and we had Miss Yvette, our dancer, who's also
that's right.
She's also in the Crueligans. We had her up to sing a song with Basket Case. We had Donovan from Infinite Journey come up and sing the song.
That was cool.
And Rodney from Local Yoakum, which is a Dwight Yoakam tribute, got up there. And I cannot take credit for it. This is 100% credit goes to Rockaholics. You guys do it all the time. And I'm flattered and amazed by it and impressed by it that I'm like, I wanted to have a couple of folks come up on stage. And I'm going to tell you, you ever come to one of my shows and you know a song and you want to jump up there, please come join us on stage. It's, oh my Lord. I think
it'd be cool. I think it would be cool, you know, to see that a little more, you know, it doesn't have to be extreme, but that would be kind of cool.
Here's what it is, and this is where I want to give huge props to the Rockaholics is you guys have made it like not so serious, but really about guys come out and have a good time and tongue in cheek, you know, let's do this. Let's drag somebody up if it's not perfect. And we've never rehearsed with this person before. So it may not be perfect.
Yeah,
but it's close enough.
And that's cool too. The spontaneity of the moment is pretty cool too, you know, because I mean, sometimes you see situations occur when they're supposed to be spontaneous, but it's all rehearsed. And it's like,
and you're like, yeah,
it's so fake. But our shows aren't fake. It's like we don't know what's going to happen sometimes, and what happens, and it's like, hey, you know, there you go. You're welcome.
Thank you. And it's funny because I've learned so much about that spontaneity. I had never done a drum solo in my 30 years of playing. You know where I'm going with this. And now, because of the influence of Rockaholics and our dear leader, Mr. Chi, you and I are doing solos in Rebel Yell. And I will tell you, that is something that, again, that getting comfortable, being uncomfortable And whenever I come to y'all show, I love getting up there because not always doing Rebel Yell, but doing other songs that but you never rehearse, because it does relax. It forces you to relax and just go with the flow and listen. And I got to ask, do you do that with all the drummers that get up there? Do you have to like guide them sometimes the way you do me? Because you do hold my hand on some stuff. Like,
well, I mean, it's especially for a bass player, it's really important to lock in with the drummer.
Yep.
So absolutely, every drummer that I play with, there's that communication.
Yep.
Even there's no words, but there's that communication.
Eye contact.
And you have
is
to have
everything.
that eye contact, body language. And that's really important. That's really important because, obviously the bass and the drums are the foundation of the band.
Yep.
And if we're not locked in, if we're too, loose, then everything is going to
sounds like a wet fart. It really does. It sounds like a wet fart, and it's disgusting. And it's funny because I watch all musicians when I go to shows, and I watch for ticks. And I think I told you that a while back. I'm like, I could tell with you because I can't hear your bass. If I can't hear your bass, I'll watch your foot and you're still tapping. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly where Carlos is now. Great. Got it. Or even like when you're about to change something, I watch your body language now, sometimes out of the corner of my eye. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And it's little things like you will not even look at me. And as an audience, as a spectator, if you come to a show, start watching these things and you'll laugh. But even little things like you don't look at me, but you'll turn your head a little bit like, yeah, I got it. That to me, in a silly little way, I love watching other bands because you do see the little subliminal communication that goes on. And it's a thing of beauty. Are there any ticks? We're gonna piss some people off now. Are there any ticks from your bandmates that you laugh at? Like any that you want to share?
It's all in the eyes, I'll just look over to Chi or something, and he just looked at me. We were thinking the same thing. It's like. If something happens, I'll just look at the ground.
They're always going to blame the drummer and the bass player if something goes wrong, right?
Well, that's why we try to avoid.
Yes, we do. So when somebody calls us out, we're like, really? You're going to call us out? No, when I mean, are there any ticks? Like, are there any ticks that like, oh, I hate to pick on him, but I want to so bad. Like Shannon. As a vocalist, and you play with him enough. Are there any things he does that you're like that just subliminally you don't have to hear him, look at him, or you see that you're like, okay, I know where he is. It might be.
I think I mean a lot of those I don't even think about. I just already know.
You know him.
So it's like. I was like, oh yeah, he does that, but I don't think about it. I just know that he's going to do certain things, or look at me a certain way, and I already know. So it's like,
and he is fun one to watch because as a vocalist, Shannon really is, and be it Metal Shop, Rockaholics, 70s band. Bullet. He's got the very much the front man down, and
100%,
but extremely professional. And there are physical body cues because he choreographs obviously with Metal Shop a lot, not so much with Rockaholics. You guys are a lot looser in that. We
just try to, like I said, not have it prepackaged, not have it so overproduced. It's just loose, and whatever happens. And if we start doing moves, we'll do moves, but it wasn't planned. We just did it.
During pandemic, Rockaholics were at the forefront of pushing the live stream. Okay, you guys really were front and center doing it. I had the pleasure of sitting at a couple pool parties on hand drums with you guys because you didn't have a drummer that night, or the cajon.
Over there in the cajon.
Yeah. And again, what was that like during the pandemic? And I want to hear it from your point of view because I was there kind of front row with you guys for a lot of it, making the adjustments and getting back out there into keeping in the scene.
Yeah, it was, when the pandemic hit and all of our shows got canceled, we were like, okay, what are we going to do now? And I mean, a big credit obviously goes out to Chi because
yes, yeah,
he was on the phone, he was working it, he was kind of coming up with ideas, doing things like that. So I think within 2 weeks of us losing our shows, we already had gigs again, and we started doing gigs at the Revel.
And Miss Abby actually was a big part of that, giving you guys
huge.
I'm giving her props right now. She's not with the Revel anymore, but Miss Abby was really good about going, Rockaholics, come in, let's make this happen. And even though everything was closed down and you weren't allowed to, you guys were able to. I won't give it away. You guys were able to put on some shows.
Yes.
From remote places.
Right. Yeah. Abby's with the Maverick now, but yes, the very first one we did, I mean, it was very experimental. We didn't know what we were doing, so we were using cell phones propped up on chairs, with like beer bottles holding the phone up so it wouldn't fall over. I mean, it was really, really rudimentary, but we tried to make it look like I was in my own room and that was his, and she was in a different location. Even though we were on stage and we were separated, we had backdrops and
you guys were together. You weren't separate.
We were 6 feet apart.
Oh my God. Oh my, I remember because I knew about that. And I remember watching that broadcast and I was like, wait a second. That looks like the same room.
I know. The background looks like
I was dying. I was like, hey, wait a second. That still looks like the Revel.
I know. We did our best, but
you guys
it was a closed venue. We were the only ones there, and
wink, wink.
Basically, since the end of March, I mean, we never stopped working. We were doing a lot of live streams from different locations.
Yeah.
And then eventually, the live streams became with a few people. They started letting a few people in.
Yep.
And then, I mean, the live streams were pretty cool. We were working off tips, through PayPal and Venmo, and that was pretty cool. But it was a cool experience, and I'm glad that we were able to keep it going because there was a lot of people that did want some type of entertainment, and even if it was a crappy live stream, hey, here we are.
Even if it was a crappy live stream out by the pool and the cops showed up.
Yeah, those were fun live streams. Thank you, Honcho.
Thank you, Honcho. There might have been a lot of alcohol and Jello shots involved in that as well.
I wouldn't know.
I'm sorry. I don't know either. Oh my Lord, Carlos. You know what? As much time as we spent together, this is the first time you and I have sat together and interviewed, just you and I. Would you do this again? Except for 100%. Next time, we will be in the same room. I won't screw up and send you a video link and then have you go to the studio, which I'm glad I was able to get you out of the house. But would you do this again? But for real, just you and me?
No, I mean, either way, I mean, this is cool too, but yeah, absolutely. And next time I'll bring some of the guys from Saints or something in.
Would you?
And we can do something. Yeah.
Oh, maybe get David to come in.
Oh yeah. That would be awesome.
Man, I will tell you, and your guys are always welcome to come on the show. It's you and I've talked about it, but having you guys, I didn't realize you'd only been with the band since 17, because Basket Case just hit our 5-year mark. I've just figured you guys have been together forever. So I was like,
yeah. And like I said, the band's been together for a while. And then I think it was around 17, maybe 16 that I joined, but yeah.
And I will tell you, recently I had Pino on from Holy Diver, and I
cool.
didn't realize that they had started really. I mean, he had done other stuff, but they kind of had really come together about the same time I did, shortly before. And everybody that I met when I joined the Dallas scene 5.5 years ago, I just thought you guys had all been doing it forever. I didn't realize some folks were new to the scene as well. And I thought I was the only new kid, like you guys were already all together. Like, no, some of us had just joined as well. I'm like, you guys faked me out. I didn't know.
Sometimes when a band comes together and if you've got really good chemistry, it seems like the band's been together for years, and that's the great thing about Rebel Yell, Rockaholics, Saints and Sinners is I've been like I said, I've been very fortunate, very lucky to be around good people, and the chemistry just kind of comes through and it shows.
Oh my Lord, yes.
Yeah, it shows, yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I feel blessed to have you by my side on stage. You are one of the top bass players in the scene. You deserve your props, and your workmanship, your ethics is top notch. And I'm very thankful to have you in my life every single day. I'm not going to lie, folks. This man right here is very dear to my heart because he saves my bacon more than he probably wants to admit. Actually, he probably does. Like, you owe me a ton of rum chatas, man, because I just saved your butt. And yes, if you're wondering what the rum chata thing is, we have a little ritual where we drink rum chata. We'll do shots before we get on stage. And if you've never had it, don't drink it all. We like it.
Yeah, save some for us. Love the rum chata.
If you ever want to send us drinks on stage, we're not going to ask for it, but I'm just saying, if rum chata showed up, we would consume it.
That would be badass.
If it was a whole bottle, we won't share with anyone else.
I'd put my bass down and go sit down or something.
Oh my God. You're like, why is he in the corner with the bottle of rum chata? I don't know, but he has a smile on his face. It must be good. Thank you for being my guest, Carlos. I absolutely
thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you
Definitely
so much.
want you to come on again. Definitely bring the boys. And you know what? Next time, maybe bring Matt with you. Somebody from Matt, or maybe even Miss. I think Matt's the only one from Rockaholics that has not been on my show.
I think you're right. Yeah, we'll have to drag Matt out next time.
Matt needs to come on. Everybody else been on the show. Rebel Yell, everyone's been on the show. Saints, though, we've got some victims that we can screw up. So I'm just saying, you could.
I'll get the boys out, and yeah, it'll be a good time.
Oh my Lord! And thank you all for tuning in with us again, man. If you're new to the show, yes, this happens every week. We victimize people. We yip, we yap, and you're like, oh my God, they're insane, and yet you keep tuning in every week. Go to Facebook, like us, invite your friends to like us. If you're in a local band, share your shows there. You could go to our event page. Better yet, send us a direct message to Concert Connection with a link to your show. We'll add it to the calendar. And if you're one of the first 15 or so folks that hits me up, I will announce it on the video portion of the concert calendar. If you're looking for other formats to follow us on, you can follow us on our iHeartRadio. We're on Spotify. Obviously, we're on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We have Twitter. We have Instagram. We also have a Roku channel and an Amazon Fire channel. So if you can't find us, then yeah, I'm blocked, or you're just not really looking. And
you're living under a rock.
Yeah, you're living under a rock, or you're just so busy rocking out that you shook those brain cells right out of your head. And that's okay, because we'll replace them. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for being my guest. If we can ever be of service, please ask us. We love promoting bands. The pandemic is coming to well, it's not over, but it's getting easier here in Texas. For those of you that are in Europe, South America, or Australia watching, yes, we in Texas are rocking out. We never stopped. So if you're looking for a vacation, come to Dallas-Fort Worth. Come watch my show, find out where we're playing. Come see some shows, and come up and introduce any of the musicians that you see on this show. If you go up to them at a gig and introduce yourself, they are going to be elated to say hi, chat with you a little bit. They'd love to just meet you. So don't be shy. So again, I'm Rick. This is Carlos, my dear friend. Guys, you're watching Concert Connection, and we will see you in the pit. Nice. Oh my Lord, dude, that was 40 minutes. That was way faster than I have a million other things that you and I could talk about. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, if you ever want to interview somebody, you want to come on the show, we'll tag team. You and I will tag team interview some people, because I know a ton of people that would be fun to talk to.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a cool idea.
I'm serious. I've said it to Chi. If you ever just want to come on to promote something, you always just tell me at practice, like, dude, hey, let's set a date. Holy cow. The things that I just learned about you that I thought I knew that I didn't. Wow. Carlos, thank you for being my guest.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And I know I'll see you this week at rehearsal. This will air in a couple weeks, and we'll make sure that we get a list for all your shows. And Saints, I know you guys don't play a lot. You guys always seem to forget to promote. Please send it to me. Forget the rest of the guys. Send it to me. Let me promote it. I'll get some people out.
Yeah, we haven't done a show, and I know they did one in Mississippi that
you didn't play.
I didn't play Motown. Motown sat in for me.
Joe Roberts.
Right.
Yeah.
And but Saints, yeah, the old lineup hasn't been together in over a year. And I was honest. I think one of the guitar players is named Cecil.
Yeah.
And I don't know the other guy. I've never met him. We're rehearsing this week too. I think on Wednesday, for the first time. So
wow,
that'll be fun.
Nice. Well, you can tell the guys to go, hey, by the way, I was on Rick's show. It's going to air in a couple of weeks, and we talked about Saints. So maybe there's some inspiration to book some shows and get off their butt and get out there and play.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Tell the wife and kids I said hi.
Sure will.
I guess. Are you? By the way, are you guys spending the night next Saturday?
Where?
We're playing Fat Daddies.
Oh,
Cooligans are opening for us.
I don't know that we have talked about it. I don't think we talked about it. Angie is just now coming home from Houston. So I don't even know if we maybe briefly talked about it, about getting a whole room or something. Are y'all?
Okay. Amy booked us a room, yeah. And then I know that you were talking about going to Vegas. Did you for Billy Idol? Did you guys get anything hammered out?
Yes, we are. We're going.
Nice. You got tickets to the show.
Yeah, we got tickets to the show. Got our hotel booked.
I'm just curious. Where are your seats?
We got general admission.
Oh, they had general admission. So you guys are going to be on the floor.
I think she said it's up top.
Oh, general admission, like seating up top. Okay. Because
I think so.
Amy and I are right in front of Steve Stevens, 8 rows back, but we paid like $250 a ticket. But now those tickets are like $400. Like, I was like, fucking. Can I be honest with you? I have never paid that. I have never paid that much for a fucking concert.
Carlos almost passed out.
Oh my God!
I almost passed out, Carlos. I'm sorry.
Why? I saw that. Yeah, it's a good thing you're wearing a wife beater. You got more circulation and ventilation. You know.
That's gonna look great when you're on the news at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. So me and she and Bree and Angie are sharing a room. We got like a little suite.
Okay.
And we're going to be probably flying in on maybe that Friday, early Friday.
We are flying in Friday, flying out Sunday.
Yeah.
And we're staying in our timeshare.
I messaged Joey, Chef Joey. I told him we're all coming.
Yep. I told she though, I'm like, it was a shit show herding cats last time. I'm not doing that. Like, I will probably invite you and Angie, she and Bree over to our timeshare to sit in the hot tub in the pool and, have some drinks. But and if Yvette and I'm not having the whole nightmare.
Oh yeah. I think JC's going too, right?
Yeah. I'm not having the nightmare.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not happening.
I like that nickname for him, the Nightmare.
So do not divulge that, because when I say that, like, I can't deal with the nightmare. You'll understand, but I don't want.
He won't know what we're talking about. He's like, "Ooh, Rick just told me he had a nightmare." Like, yeah,
I'm looking at it.
We have the same nightmare, JC.
All 4 of us had. You didn't have the nightmare, really?
You don't say many funny things, Rick. that was funny.
That was good.
You don't understand, Mr. Rose.
Oh, I understand.
We all need therapy now.
I've had my own bout with the nightmare, so I understand.
Oh, see, you like it? It's catchy already.
It's fluid. It
flows. Catching on.
Yeah, it is.
So if we get him a T-shirt, it just says nightmare.
No. Carlos is correct.
Cool.
It has to be back.
Cool. Hey, look what they got me. They got me a shirt that says nightmare.
Exactly.
Yeah. Little does he know.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
Welcome to the nightmare.
Yeah.
That'll be his next cover band.
Okay, I'm shutting down the feed. Carlos, say bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
And
bye.
Save it for a second, Rick. Nice seeing you. Next time we'll see you in person.
No worries.
Actually,
this is kind of cool. Next time you guys will be here and I'll stay home.
Nice. Hey, Carlos, one other thing. Just don't give out the code. That's my code to get in the room.
I've already forgotten it.
Hey, Carlos.
No. Carlos, keep the code. Keep the code, but that's my code.
Yeah, you
No
Okay.
problem.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, guys. Okay. All right,
See you,
Rick.
Carlos.
Bye,
All
Carlos.
right, guys. Gotta be careful.
Bye.
Okay. Carlos is he's sideways again. Huh. Now he's gone.
Do you want to cut the time?
I'm gonna end the broadcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.